Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to the Map Rando 2026 tournament, bronze bracket round 1. This is a game between Wordsayer, the 37th seed, and Jefe, the 35th seed. I think that's right. Might have got it backwards. And we have random objectives as our first match. So the bands were Bowling from Jefe and Watchwound from Wordsayer. Then Jefe picked Crockmeyer and Words picked Acid Chozo. The last two will be random. We will see shortly what they get when someone checks the objective screen. When we get in here. They should be off shortly here. We got one of the both timers going at about the same time, actually. Pretty good sync there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. Great. Joining me on tracking is Horse Girl Esports, and I am Change. Neither of them saved. Gotta save early and save often, folks. Can't believe they didn't take the save there. I don't know why. Alright, there's our filler E-Tank in Big Pink. That's the first filler of the seed. Usually tries to put a E-Tank in that slot, and then another filler in missiles. Well, it could also be in another, another item might be along with this missiles, usually. Yeah, I mean, we got to start out serious. All right, there's our first real item, Morph. So we can go to the bottom right of Big Pink. That's all that the Morph would put in logic that we've seen so far. We still do have a few more doors to check here, like the middle left door. There we go, missile door too. Would expect them to farm these bugs on the way through for full missiles. Pretty annoying going through the next door without missiles. And yeah, both of them do end up grabbing those 5 missiles before heading through the next door. Is the right move. Jefe having a little bit of more struggles with that farm, unfortunately. Alright, we got only one direction from here, just up the shaft. The other way is explosive locked. Ooh, can't do Mickey Mouse, so our likely progression is through the middle door in Big Pink there. If we get screw attack or bombs or high jump or spring or space, we can come back to Mickey Mouse. After, yeah. Like if we get power bomb, space, high jump / spring would get us up to the top. Don't think bombs would really work. That's too long of a bomb jump in. In heat, we'd need more tanks for that, or Varia. But we will see shortly what progression is. Here we go. What room will we get? Okay, we got the crab hole. We could see a loop down to the bottom too. So yeah, that looks like what we're gonna get is a loop down through crab hole with an extra E-Tank. Let's see if either of the runners recognize that quickly here. Because you can come back through the power bomb blocks there. Fairly easy. But Words is going to take a save before that, saving his extra tank. A good plan going down a one-way, but it isn't really a one-way because you do know the exit of that crab hole. But they're taking the advice of save early, save often, so I don't mind it. Those crabs do hit hard. Yeah, that's true. You never know what the next room is. Could run into heat, lose your tank, lose all your progression. Oh, alert Words has some alerts on here. Unfortunately, oh, there's X-ray, so we might get ice for that down below. But we do get power bombs here. And X-ray might just be filler too. We do not know. They can go down that Etikun tanks. It should connect right back to Big Pink there. So there's no issue with going down there, I wouldn't expect. Even with that X-ray, but there is an item in Big Pink that they do want to get. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, there's two directions to go for. Well, yeah, two directions only for them right now. There's gravity suit too. Okay. What would that be for? We haven't seen anything that really uses that. So we have three directions for power bombs now, and we can go down to that bottom of Etikuns. So, good 4 options with our current loadout. We'll see if they both end up taking the same direction or 2 different ones. Kind of surprised. I'd probably take the closest exit to my save, but actually, you know what? He hasn't gotten gravity yet, so that makes sense that he's going down here. I forgot that he hadn't got it yet. So we'll take the bottom, though. I don't know which one's closest to the, what's it called? Map. So I'd probably try and take that exit, if all possible. That's a good revert from Jefe. Saving his power bombs is the most important thing for him there. You did need to farm that. Okay, Wordsayer using the X-ray clip to get out of the bottom there. It's a good good use of that. I've practiced the clip without X-ray quite a bit. Just to save power bombs in Big Pink is super important. We might be able to go through that Metroid room with the tanks in one suit. But there's a lot of other directions we can head right now. Alright. Here we go. They're both heading the same way. Cannot head up there. Okay. Words is going to the Metroid room, and Jefe is not going to. I think Jefe did go through. Did Words go through here before? I don't know. I'm getting them all mixed up now. Alright, check tools, so another room that they can do with this loadout. And then here is Main Street. Couple items. See what the speed lock. Both missiles, so nothing too important. Just nice to pick up with only 5 at this point. Alright. And can't get anything over here. That's just missiles anyways. Probably just connects back to Etikuns here. But he can check the bottom of Main Street there without a problem. Yeah, it does. You can take a save over here, which is close to most doors if he wants to. Right. We're taking a little bit of Metroid down with there, but nothing too spectacular. And 2 more doors down here to check. Still looking for those supers, probably one of the more important things to get right now. There's bowling. Cannot be on if we did ban that, but has an item for them if they can reach the bottom of that, which doesn't look like it's easily accessible, unfortunately. Nice moonfall there from Words. And here's what X-ray is for, likely. The aqueduct clip. So good find from Jefe. Oh, map is at the top of Red Tower. I didn't see that. That's unfortunate. They'll have to wait for one of the items that get you up there, like ice, speed, spring ball, high jump, space. bombs. X-ray's just filler? Come on, give us something up there. We want good items. We just got X-ray. That's just rude. The seed is teasing us, doing X-ray and then putting Aqueduct there. Ooh. Big whiff on Trade's mouth there from Jefe. Still gets to try the 10 missile quick kill. Nope. Pretty hard to get the 10 missile quick kill there. Quite a difficult strat, but this guy isn't an objective, so he doesn't have to kill this guy at all, but it can be progression behind him, so I don't mind the kill at all. I think it's just habit that he's doing this for. Like, you see Kraid with missiles and you're like, I gotta kill this guy. There we go. Yeah, now he checks his objective. I did not need to do this guy, but that's okay. He's dead now. He'll never be dead again. But that is our first objective screen, which means we get to see that GT and Metroid 1 are our next two random objectives. See if he gets anything good. Nope, just a reserve. So now he can G mode. That's the important bit right now, that he can G mode. Definitely next progression, right? We're playing Expert Plus now. Yeah. Yeah, the whatever the room is that's before the first missiles in the regular game just led back to Big Pink. Yeah, it wasn't any progress there. But looks like Jefe is heading for this Brinstar map. Should be able to reach it as long as there's no super lock in the way, which doesn't look like it right now. He should be close to the map. I don't know if he has to go in this door to get it. I think it's the other way, isn't it? Might be wrong. I did not read the map extremely well. Hopefully he can get there now. Another item here. Yep, both of them got tricked by that filler X-ray. And Word's not willing to do that trade. I understand that, don't need to. And there's his check. What are my objectives? There's Spazer and Supers. Okay. So can we get to that? More than likely from that Aqueduct there, looks like. And Words may actually get it first. Who is in the same room as that map room, so good map from him. We'll see that X and that Major in Green Pirate and likely head down there as long as he can. Looks like he should be able to return from there, so. And a Major in the pit that he can get. Both of them could be hiding those first supers. Quite an unfortunate return path through that crate, so he will have to kill that on the way back, but supers will help him with that fight. And there's an obvious X down the pirates too. So hopefully he heads down there. Jefe did not end up looping around to that super pack, which is a little strange to me. He did peek that and then ignore it. And is kind of not going towards the Bryn map either, which is strange. Like, you can get there. Words has shown us that, so. Okay, Words is saving before he heads down both the one-ways there. Not too dangerous to head down those one-ways, but good save nonetheless. Gonna check the pit major first. Perfectly okay with that. I think it also loops around back to that side of the world too, so he doesn't have to do crate quite yet. We'll get a major before that and then have to do crate with the other one way. which is good planning on his part. Alright, what does he get in this pit here? Speed booster, that's an excellent find. And grapple, okay. Grapple not super important, but does open up Pants Room and kill Dragon if he's in the way somewhere. The lower, the upper right goes to the Edikun tank, and the bottom of the bottom part of the Edikun tanks, yeah. That's where it leads to. Yeah. And yeah, that was where X-Ray was. Which still ended up being filler, which is unfortunate. Not really any use for X-Ray with our current objectives too, so kind of unfortunate that we aren't really going to have a use for that. Okay, we're just taking an extra save. This is a little overkill, I find. He's saving every little bit of progress instead of being a little bit more confident, but there's a hell run he might do down there, so would have preferred not saving with one of these trips, though. Yeah, he's playing it very safe here. It's extremely safe play for Words here, and Jefe is still not heading towards this map, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, this deboost is not friendly, so I think he's trying to get back, but yeah, he is trying to get back. He was just having trouble. So that grapple is for getting back from Bubble Mountain, so that is the proper way through there, not jumping down from the top left, it looked like. Yeah, I think that's the only way back up is through Kraid. Ooh, there we go. He's going to grab an X over this way, and there's an X also the other way. Here's map knowledge for Jefe. Alright, he sees the couple of majors, Turian and Wreck Ship, Norfair, another major and Wreck Ship Shaft, another X in the waterway, and another Norfair. Norfair, Turian, and Wreck Ship. So 3 options after they're done with Brinstar. Didn't see any objectives in here though, so far no objectives. Which room was that? Yeah, there's at least a few. Yeah, the few rooms that have water for the statue room. There's also another room with a bull that's triggered too. Yeah, so a couple rooms that just abruptly have water, and yeah, Spiky Room of Death, and also, what is it? There's a Sparky room somewhere too that has water at the bottom too, that suddenly appears after Fantoon. So 4 rooms abruptly get water after Fantoon. And here's progression for Jefe with this speed booster and grapple. Alright, he's going for our jump here. Interesting. Nice job for him. He's gonna bomb jump out of the other one and wiggle for the right item. Excellent work by Jefe there. And this will lead him around back to Parlor, which means he can grab the supers and Spazer at this point. We'll see if Wordsayer goes through Kraid back to, I think it was Wreck Chip on the left side, or heads to the right, which is Turian up above, which I think had grapple tutorial room in it, which they needed grapple. Well, they didn't need grapple for. They need supers for that one. But save first, which is always good, or whether he goes down all the way to north. Quite a few options for them. I kind of would like him to go down towards Norfair because there's another major down that way. So, and it is the biggest region. They could also head back up to where they were starting, but either way is good for them. Any which way they feel like. having no objectives on their radar quite yet. Alright, good amount of supers for words here. Yeah, grabbing the X's on the way through is always good, especially when you're at 5 power bombs. You really do want more than 5 at any given point. And I do like this E-tank pickup at this point. Having 3 to 4 E-tanks is good for most hell runs. Wasteland and Amphitheater are probably the worst offenders for hell runs, include maybe like the other lower nerf rooms too. They could all take quite a bit of health. And Jefe is heading back to Meridia. I don't mind this play. Quite a big zone. Did leave the... Oh, he never got the supers. He did peak the supers, but he didn't get them. I dislike people skipping supers. They're very important to grab, no matter what you have to do for them. He can get them logically now with this X-ray, or the grapple, sorry. Yeah. It's pretty rough going around with those supers. He'll be locked out of a lot of things. But he can get up to this map now. But even still, he might be locked out of Meridian Majors because he didn't grab those supers at this point. And Charge Beam for words. So that helps out quite a bit on boss fights, like the Crocomire. Don't have to worry about farming on that fight just in case. Oof. Yeah, he will. Looks like he'll blow up these rippers on the way through, which is the intended way to do this shaft now, or the tower now. I don't think we'll see any golden rain here from words. That's the Spazer SBA. Yeah, they changed it so you have to kill or freeze those rippers at the top of Red Tower. The hero shot is not no longer in the hard logic. Don't know where they moved it to. You're supposed to kill them. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so what will we get up here in M? I did not peek the map there, unfortunately, while Jefe was going here. Hopefully you can find some supers to get around here. Alright, he's going right up to C. Interesting. Alright, we'll get another item here. What is it? It is supers, so multiple supers available at this step. So didn't hurt Jefe at all to skip the supers below, which is lucky for him. I've seen quite a few racers punished by skipping those early supers in this tournament. This might be Yoinker Room, Turian Side Hoppers, or the Ice Gate Room. Okay. So we got Ice Gate Room, and then this might be Fantoon on the right. What we will see shortly. It is Fantoon. Okay, so Jefe will have to kill this Fantoon for the criteria map. Not a problem. Always worth it for the map to kill Fantoon. And Words is getting pretty close to ammo here, so we'll not have to deal with this charge shots too much. There we go. There we go. Oop. Yeah, you wall jump up after the shot as it's heading up toward the shot blocks up there. So you can do the room very quickly there. There's other strats that are possible in Red Tower, like wall jumping, breaking spin, shooting right before you hit the shot block too. Also works. But oh, there's GT for words. Unfortunately, he did not want to see that too much. He does have quite a few supers, so that's okay. Maybe if he can get a few more tanks, but pretty rough GT right now. Alright, and here's Fantoon dead. So it does require a full 30 supers to kill this GT. You can farm them on that GT fight, but that's pretty slow. While you're taking the heat damage there. And here's Jefe's map. See what we have in criteria. 2 majors, no bosses. Okay. Might just grab an E-tank and duck out of here. We will see. But both runners quickly rushing through this seed quite well so far. Second pack of power bombs, probably not what Words was wanting there, with GT around. Can Words make it to this Norfair map is a big question here. Not too much would stop him at this point, but there is a few things. Alright, looks like Jefe's gonna go for these couple of majors at the top right of criteria after taking a save. At this point, important majors are things like that we haven't seen, or Faria, maybe Space, that sort of thing. Oh, and we see Acid Chozo here. Okay. We see the top of Acid Chozo is connected pretty at the bottom of that farm room, so not too terrible, I think. Alright, we got high jump for Jefe. That's not terrible find. You might keep that with speed. Not super necessary, but nice. Makes a lot of rooms a lot more pleasant to deal with. And makes a few that are possible in logic now, like Worst Room in the Game and Grapple Tutorial. Well, he has Grapple already for that one. At least Worst Room in the Game will be doable without a hypo jump now, or a speed booster. And what is the second major over here? Yeah, it's unfortunate that he has to blind in Norfair here. Pretty difficult to map to get. I think it might have been behind the heat rooms and GT, so wave beam for Jefe, not a super important find, unfortunately. So some pretty optional majors over here in criteria. Not too useful, but does make his beam a pretty purple, so that's a good thing at least. Alright. There's Croc Speedway. Double check his map. Might, if he wanted to, he could probably spark across Pillar's room. Maybe that would lead towards map. I think he was trying for the left side. I didn't see the map on the screen there, unfortunately. But I do think it's over there to the left, because that was his initial plan. Just ran into all the heat in the entire universe down here. Quite a big Norfair here. He could go back, check out Turian, or Wrecked ship too. Let's see what Jefe can find back here in Meridia. There's a couple majors down below him, and I think one in the double chamber down there too. Quite a few majors out here already. Charge, Spazer, already done. And we got Ice, Plasma, Bomb, Spring, Varia, Space, and Screw left. So out of those 4, there's some pretty good ones left. A decent amount of unnecessary ones. We're just continuing to blind here. Seen all the zones? I think we've seen all the zones. So Norfair doesn't connect to anything. It's a dead end. So he doesn't want to come back here at all. So if Vari isn't down here in Norfair, it's going to be very unfortunate for Words. There's Plasma for Jefe, a nice find. And another tank form will be good too. Yep. A CF, that's good. Fortunately, yeah, you can actually CF during the GT fight, so that might help him with it. I guess we could see a connector back up to maybe Wrecked Ship or Turian here. But that's about it. Couple items here in Mama Turtle. See if we get anything good. Oop, the bad spark there for Words, unfortunately. Alright, here's a couple more majors for Jefe. Let's see what we find. Bombs, not a good one, and more power bombs for Words. Getting quite unlucky with his X's here. And Space Jump. Space Jump is a good one to find. Just more missiles over here too. So, yeah. Quite unfortunate luck for Words here on his X's. And blinding through all of Norfair. So one more major here for Jefe. We'll see if it's Varia down here or not. That would be the best thing, or maybe Ice. Ice might be equally as good too. And there's Croc. So three bosses down here in Norfair. Good 3 shot there for Words at the beginning. There's Ice for Jefe. That's a good Zeb skip. And kill those Metroids very quickly. Yeah, Words very practiced at Croc. Knows the strats fairly well. Tried to get a 3, but only got a 2 and then a 1. But should be finished here shortly. Yeah, he's murdering the heck out of that Croc. He did a very good job on that. See what he gets rewarded with. Another E. That's definitely not bad with Acid Chozo and GT over here. So, not much of use up here in Meridian Criteria. Not super necessary things. Yeah, but with Plasma, that's definitely, if he gets charged, he can clear all the bosses down here in Norfair as soon as he gets down here. Charge and Plasma make quick work of everything down here. So he won't have to blind the map. He'll just kill everything or do everything when he gets down here. Plus he has those extra E-tanks that he found before coming to Norfair, so might be the better route if Words cannot find anything useful down here past this. And if Jefe goes directly into Norfair, we still have Turian and Wrecked Ship above them, so don't know which one he's going to do yet. And all Words needs is that Varia, and he will be completely bailed out down here. Yeah, that is the key for Words here, if he can find Varia. But it could very well be up at Turian or Wrecked Ship, and that last objective could be up there too. Haven't seen, did see the ship up in, I think it was Criteria. So Words will have to blind Meridia map and then more on his escape. Yeah, he did know where that ended up. He could go down right now. Could be a good option for him. Would have liked to see him go down, actually, because that would have shown him a new room, but could have been something bad like Wasteland 2, so I don't know. Okay, he's gonna go. Yeah, he definitely has been practicing his hell runs here, but unfortunately is taking some hits, but does have CF. He's gonna take a hit coming through here, probably. He's trying to avoid it. He has it on auto, though, which was a mistake. Yeah. He was trying to pause abuse with it on auto, which doesn't work too well, but he loses a decent amount of progress there, I think. I think one E-Tank, couple powerbomb packs, and that Croc kill, unfortunately. So he's going to have to redo Croc, so unfortunate for him. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's not attempting straight map here. That's kind of strange to me, because there will always be a loop around that Croc at somewhere. Yeah, I think he might getting a little frustrated here, because that map is a little hard to get to, but with his tanks, I think he could get there. Jefe is going in an opposite direction here, heading into wrecked ship instead. Won't hurt him at all, because we do know that the bosses are all down here, for the most part. Let's see what... Okay, he just insta-reverts out of wrecked ship, doesn't see anything useful. That was the fastest map I've seen in a while. And here's the last E-Tank that Words did end up picking up before. I hope he heads up to pillars here. That would be my play, is trying pillars and through that. So that's a quick room to go through compared to other ones. I think he'd have to reverse spark through Croc, though, unfortunately, because he's already committed that. Yeah, it's possible, though, from here, and he has enough tanks to do it, so it's not a problem. Easier than doing the other direction. Oh, he might be able to do it from above, too, so that's even easier. Alright, that's Metroid 1. No, that's Metroid 3. Never mind. I thought that was Metroid 1, but that's the other long haul, so got excited for no reason. I think this was one of the power bomb packs we got before, so that'll give him crystal flash ammo now. Always a good thing to have. I'm surprised. Oh, I guess Jefe doesn't want to save because he's just looking for objectives here. That's all he wants to see. If he doesn't see objectives, he's just going to revert back to Brinstar. That's a one-way, so we're going to have to loop for that screw attack if he wants it. Word's going to take another save with his E-Tank and Croc killed. So won't lose that again. Excellent news for him. Let's see what he does. Gonna spark from the Croc here. Unfortunately misses it the first time. If I found Metroid 1 after Metroid 3, they're just connected. That's funny. So we now know where all the bosses are except for Mother Brain, I think. We haven't seen that lady yet. Good second try spark looks like here. There we go. Excellent work from Words. He just has to drain his reserves and he'll be okay here. He might be okay without draining reserves, but I'd be on the safe side like him. Yep. And that's all we see other than, looks like a Dragon locked major over here, which doesn't look like Jefe wants, but that might be Varia. So actually it's Botwoon or Dragon locked, so he has the option, whichever one he feels like. Actually, not really, because he doesn't have charge, so pretty hard to go through there without the charge beam, unfortunately. So he will do the Dragon for this major, which could easily be Varia. Would not be surprised. Tries for one spark suit before Dragon shows up. And here comes Wordsayer through this Key Hunters, looks like, the Musketeers room. Hopefully he can make it through, or if maybe it has a good major here. Ooh, missed the grapple kill on Dragon the first time. Does not get slapped for it, so good for him. Just missiles for Words, unfortunately. Still has enough to make it through the room, technically, if he wants to try. He's gonna kill one of the Key Hunters. You gotta be careful, they can come down, so he's gonna have to revert. Unfortunately, he has to do the reverse croc once again to get back. Again, the Pillars is a lot safer to go that way than the Key Hunters, and it is just Spring Ball. That is not good for Jefe, so still haven't seen that Varia. We're only missing one major now that we haven't seen. Did we see it in Wrecked Ship there when Jefe went there? I don't know. Yeah, it's either an N or W. I didn't see the W map at all. W had like 1X? Okay. Yeah, then it's here in Norfair somewhere, so these folks are going to have some fun time finding that with all the heat rooms down here. We will see shortly if Words can make any progress with himself here. Probably at GT. Top left of GT, that'd be fun. I don't think it can be bottom right of GT, unfortunately. It can be top left, though, that's for sure. You could peek into GT at this point if you wanted to. But he's going to try the Musketeers again, which is interesting. See if he can do better. He shouldn't peek the item again. He knows it's missiles now. The safe play here is to stand right at the lip of that ledge so that the Key Hunter does not fall down. Looks like he's going to try and mimic him. Doesn't work the first time. Yeah, if he's standing right below, the Key Hunter is going to come down. Yeah, it would probably be better for him to pause a beat. So it's probably easier than jumping up, taking the damage. But standing right below here, not a safe play, but looks like he is going to take a Crystal Flash here with the remaining health. And both of them did come to the same place, which is excellent news for Words. Makes the last jump much easier. Yeah, there we go. So he'll get through without problem here, and this will likely lead to the map without too many issues. Hopefully no more heated rooms. Remember, you have grapple. Kills everything in the thread the needle with one hit. Yeah, there he goes. And off to Norfair for Jefe. Unfortunately for Words, he is going to have to backtrack up to that Turian. And yeah, he's heading over to this wrecked ship shaft. Don't know, did Words ever check the wrecked ship shaft item? I think so, right? That must be in Plasma or Phaser, right? Yeah, that's probably Spacer. I don't recall what it was offhand, but yeah, I don't really understand why Words didn't go through Pillar's room initially. It wasn't so difficult he couldn't do it. It's probably one of the easier runs to get through for the most part. As long as you have a save nearby, you shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's charged. So Jefe is pretty much go mode now. They shouldn't have any problem with GT, even without Varia. Ask Chozo shouldn't be a problem. Neither should Croc. There's Mother Brain, and there is Varia above Mother Brain. So finally, Words gets the information he actually needs. And yeah, Pillars would have likely led to the bottom of that pretty easily. So unfortunate roading for Words here. Took the hardest path through Norfair, I think. and decided to blind instead of rushing that map, so hurt him quite a bit there. Could have been done with this area a lot sooner. And he still needs ammo for this mother brain, unfortunately. Jefe's route is alright. He like the Meridia and Criteria play is still, you know, yeah, whatever. But doesn't help too much. But yeah, going to Turian and direct ship definitely helps quite a bit. I don't remember where all the beams were, but ice does help. It was nice to find that. I think that was up in Criteria or Meridia there. I think Plasma might have been up there too, so that'll help him quite a bit too. And it didn't take a heck of a long time with gravity, so not a terrible route indeed. Looks like he's going directly towards map here instead of messing about with other things. Yeah. Like I said, sparking through Pillar's Room, quite an easy way through to map here. He does have to do one more hell run, but I don't think that's a very difficult one. I think it's just either Plower House or Ridley E-Tank or Ridley Farm. If I'm correct, one of those two will be the next room. Yeah, Plower House here, which is doable on 0 tanks. I'm pretty sure Words does know that strat. You could also just run through the basement of it with gravity there. I don't think that takes too much energy either. But an extremely quick map here for Jefe compared to Word's map. And he had pretty much the same gear coming in, so there was like Plasma was probably the only thing that helped him. He did have more tanks, but Words had 4, so that's true. Words had 4 at some point in here though, so I don't think he should have had a problem with it overall. Yeah, he got the first one pretty quickly, I think. Alright, Words heading into this GT fight. Should just turn off Spazer. It's not helping him here. Farming is likely faster than shooting him with a Spazer. Yeah, there he goes. He realizes Spazer only is a terrible idea. Farming supers will be better. Yeah, compared to Jefe's fight, it is a lot worse. But at least he's doing the farm method now, so won't take him as long as doing it Spazer only. Yeah, this matter of seconds for Jefe. It's like what, 4 or 5 shots? Something ridiculous like that. Jefe getting a refill there from a tank. Yeah, I came in this fight with pretty low supers, unfortunately. And I think there's probably better farms somewhere around here for supers. I think there was a refill at Chronic Boost Room. And that was near an objective anyways, so you could have gone around for it, but he just went straight in, which is fine. Should be pretty close to the amount of supers he needs to finish off now. He may be counting more than me though, so I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Jefe's out of power bombs for pillars, which is unfortunate. I'm going to take quite a bit of damage on that run. That's not a good thing. And there's a refill right after GT, which is Unfortunate for Words. Would have saved him quite a bit of time in that fight. And we'll find his way now to this Acid Chozo. I think he will find the last objective quite quickly because I think Turian was the closest zone to this Norfair. They don't need bowling. There's Croc. Only take the single shot here for Croc. Yeah, Acid Chozo. Yeah. Three of the objectives are right here in Norfair. Wordsayer found them fairly quickly. So it was good news for him, but then he couldn't find the map until he went through Key Hunters. Yeah, this is a pretty big lead for Jefe, unfortunately. Words just took too long for the with the Norfair map, unfortunately. Blinded a lot of Norfair before he hit that map up. Having some difficulties with his gate glitches here. There you go. Still got it eventually here. So this is the objective that Words picked, so he's very practiced at getting through here. And yeah, there he goes. Fairly clean through there. Ooh. Jefe did miss the reverse Croc speedway there. The first time, same as Words. He will have an easier time with his space jump and high jump though, so we're just doing it without either of those. Alright. Words can now retreat out of this Norfair, try and find the Metroid room. Here comes Jefe towards Mother Brain. Mother Brain and GT. Acid Chozo. All in the same direction for Jefe. He shouldn't need any. The Metroids are in Turian, which isn't terribly far away from Norfair, but it's just through Brinstar and at top of Bubble Mountain, which shouldn't take Wordsayer too long to get to, but probably longer than he has, unfortunately. Yeah, Words doesn't have 3 total maps, and he does not know where Ship is, so that'll be a brutal blind escape for him if he gets to it. Which is unfortunate. Checks to see what objectives are left for him. There's Acid Chozo over Jefe. We'll leave the room with, 5 tanks left? Or so, give or take. And then he can hit up the refill and head to GT. Okay, he is heading to the bottom here. There's an E-tank in a different direction. I think the refill is closer though, so would have probably been better for him to take the refill there. Because this is through, 2 power bomb doors? Okay, he is going back up to the refill. What? Okay, this is faster, never mind. I thought it was faster to go to the top of Acid Chozo, but I don't know. Probably equidistance, I guess. Not too much different either way. Oh. Ripper's getting in Words' way, unfortunately. Words is a pretty new player to map Rando, all things considered. I think he pretty much only played a little bit of last season and mostly this season, so He's made great progress so far this season, improving a lot since the beginning of the season, for sure. I know he's learned a lot of new tech since his beginning here, getting familiar with the likes of underwater wall jumping, G-moding, and all that sort of thing, ice clips and moonfalls and the rest of it. So it's always good to see new players starting out. Unfortunately, the blinding cost him too much time in Norfair. He needed to get that map much sooner to have a chance. If he got that map like instantly sparked Killer's Room, went straight for the map, he would have had a chance. Like if he was that aggressive to the map, but he wasn't quite that aggressive to the map, so unfortunately for him, he did spend a lot of time blinding. He will find the Metroids before the end of the game, it looks like, here, going straight to Turian, but I don't think he'll be able to get back to Mother Brain for himself. Jefe does have to refill before hitting Mother Brain, at least his health. So we'll give him a little bit more time here to find these Metroids. He'll blind into them. What is the third room? Right after the Caterpillar room that we'll see the Metroids? Or is it directly connected here? Okay, it's just through the Caterpillar's room, looks like, on the way to the map. So we'll find that very shortly. Let's see if he checks right door or top door here. It is very shortly, or very close to this area here. Yeah, this was the one way, so you couldn't go this way, and then you'll run right into those Metroids. We'll see if he gets this map, so that would reduce his blinding by at least a third towards that ship. Because he hasn't got the wrecked ship map, he hasn't got this Turian map, he hasn't got the Criteria map, and he hasn't gotten Meridian map so far, which is a little too much, unfortunately, to blind really efficiently for that ship. There we go. All objectives done for both players. Yeah, he's gonna double check. He's checked most of Meridia, so he could kind of rule that out, but he might head to wrecked ship, unfortunately, which would not be the right answer, or he might head here to Turian. Looks like he will get the Turian map to rule that out, which is a nice play. I do think that's the correct play. While you're here, you might as well. Hopefully you can get it kind of quickly here. Yeah, looks like it's a very quick map to get. He might be able to skip wrecked ship. I don't think he'll grab any majors here, unfortunately. No, it's not. It's up top in one of the other twos. This just has spring and screw. Yeah. And he's definitely not killing Dre like Jefe did. Yeah. Ice was way up top. I think both Plasma and Ice were up in Criteria, so... or was it Wave? I don't remember. I think Wave was in Meridia, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but I know they were all up there way north of him, so... But he's go mode right now. I don't mind him going straight for Mother Brain at this point. It's not a super fast Mother Brain with just charge and Spazer, but, you know, he only has to spend, what, one super on Mother Brain 1 if he wants to? Which only means, like, 30 or so charge slots or something like that? I don't know. Somewhere around there. Yeah, Meridia was packed with a lot of junk, but they really got go mode really fast in this seed. So A little bit of lack of tanks did catch up with Words in Norfair. Definitely hindered his progress towards the map. Wasn't comfortable getting through most of the hell runs on his path. Alright, get your guesses in for the escape. We're already on catch-up for Jefe. There we go. Yeah, it'll be like 230. Maybe it's 310. Let's go with 310. Heck, we'll go high. It's a long escape. It's all the way up in the whole other side of the universe here. I'm guessing 310. We're going to go all the way up to 310. Literally on the entire other end of the universe from here. It is 305. I think I was the closest at 310. We had a 250, which was pretty close. So yeah, quite a decent escape here. They're going to be running for quite a bit of time here. And Wordsayer is heading straight back to Mother Brain, looks like. So he might actually get to Mother Brain. Yeah, it's not a friendly escape. But he will be able to get the maps on the way, so you'll have to do those with full gear at the end here. But Jefe had quite a bit of gear while he was getting these maps, so it didn't take him a long time. But if Jefe had maybe Meridia map, he'd to go. He might just guess that it's in Criteria at that point. Yeah. Well, if you go towards the C map, then it's you get to the ship, which means you don't have to get C map eventually. Let's see how far Words gets here. He's not super far behind for how much blinding he actually did, which was lucky for him because all the objectives was over. Well, yeah. It was lucky that all the objectives were down here close to Mother Brain for him, instead of up there near the ship. Good attempt to dodge the side hoppers there from Words. This isn't the way to Mother Brain. Oh, he's just farming. Okay, that makes sense. The supers weren't full. I didn't see that initially. There we go. Good second attempt to dodge those side hoppers, but they do catch him on both ways. Yeah, he's already on Mother Brain, so good progress for him. Oh, he can't do the Zeb skip either. I didn't even realize. Well, break glass and go back to farm probably. Too slow with Phaser here. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna break glass and farm, which is a good idea. Reduces the amount of missiles he has to put into Mother Brain 1, 2, so we'll have a full amount of supers to do this at this point. It's like he'll just get to Mother Brain 2 maybe before Faye finishes here. He's fairly close to Criteria now, I think, yep. And ship was fairly close to the beginning of Criteria. Well, decently close. Shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Jefe will finish us out. We'll see if Words continues on playing. Hello and welcome back to Bronze Bracket round number 1, game 2 of Wordsayer versus Jefe. We have an item draft this match. Words banned gravity and Jefe banned bombs, so they can't start with either of those items, but they'll show up in the seed at some point, probably within 5 seconds if previous games were any indication. But I'm joined here on tracking by Horse Girl Esports, and I am Change. Last race, Words ended up blinding too much of Norfair, leading to his loss. Jefe did a world tour, grabbed a good majority of the majors, and I think 7 or 8 E-tanks, which allowed him to get to that Norfair map much quicker. And then he had full beam for Mother Brain and GT, which allowed him to pull ahead, as well as the ship knowledge. So he won that by about 5 minutes. Not a huge lead, but good enough for a win. Both of them blinding up to the top of the wrecked ship shaft off the start. Yeah, Words did miss a bunch of things. They did start off pretty much immediately with gravity and speed, so they could go in quite a few directions, but the blinding of Norfair was a little bit too much for Words to overcome there. So we start off in Norfair here. Hopefully we can get the map within a reasonable amount of time for these runners. Otherwise, we'll have a tedious match on our hands if we don't find a lot of good items off the rip. And Jefe turned around there. I think he forgot about Varya for half a second there, thinking, oh, I can't go through here without at least speed or a tank. And there's Wave Beam. So that would indicate to them that they should head back to Green Hill Zone, maybe. They could also check the bottom door of Wrecked Ship Shaft 2 for another wave gate. But we will see shortly what they do. They both peeked that Green Hill Zone already. Two extra doors there for them, and they will both head that way. So, both thinking this will be the intended progression. It won't be the item here, but it'll be one of the doors. Alright, they're taking alternate paths here. Words found Dragon. Jefe found that cave end progression there. There's morph for them. Now they go down to the bottom of Wrecked Ship Shaft if they use that morph and Wave Beam together. That would be a morph tunnel that they could use. But we will see if that's the case for either of these runners. Quite a sneaky way to do. It might also just be this tunnel 2, which is just power bombs. Nope. Words is going directly past that item, which is not a good play. Skipping an item that you're in the item room for is kind of iffy. I think he just forgot. Yeah, he forgot. Words just unfortunately forgetting there for a moment that he could do that. They do get Spring Ball too, so that puts a lot of water rooms into play here. Things like Main Street and Aqueduct and quite a few others. Lots of fish tank can be done. Not all of it, but most of it. Quite a few others. And I mean, with Spring Ball and High Jump, okay. Yeah, he's just using his Power Ball most efficiently here for Words. Oh, Jefe's gonna go for the gonna check the item there with his Spring Ball High Jump. Nope. they got to start with what's it called? Varia and high jump, but the other 3 items they've gotten so far are just items they found. I did not see what was at the top of Indiana Jones. Jefe might have, with his spring ball jump. Alright, and Jefe is heading up to the top of this aqueduct with his high jump and spring. This is the one of the intended ways up to the top here. The other being speed or grapple or grav, I think, can all do them. That's the intended way to get to the top in hard caffeine. One of them, at least. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. In hard logic, with high jump and spring. Mr. Caffeine. All you do is hold jump while you're on the snail there. It only works with that snail. Alright, there is a major to the bottom left there. I think that's a red tower and the top of Main Street. I would expect the one at the top of Main Street to be progression and the other one to be filler. So I don't know what the bottom one was, but the top one may be progression here. Another fancy way you can do it is just by holding down on top of the snail. That will really mess with your camera though, so you have to be experienced with that method. Try it out in your own game here. At some point. Everyone learns new things every day in Metroid here. Yeah. A lot of people do the slow climb with the snail for sure. But yeah, that is much quicker here. Like, Words is doing the slow climb to show us what it's like here. Much quicker to do the spring ball jump on the snail. Again, only works with this particular speed of snail. I think most of the other snails are too fast for it, and you'll get hit and go right through. Alright, let's see what Jefe gets here. Would maybe expect ice or grapple at this point, or maybe just Varia. Who knows what we'll get here? Charge beam. Okay, so maybe we're looking for a Crocomire kill, actually. Could be one of the... Or we could have maybe a Batoon kill. Backside Batoon could be logic. With wave and charge there. Probably need a tank for that too, but is very doable now. There's also a major past the train escape room. If they get plasma too, they might want to do Ridley down here. Right now, the charge beam fight a bit slow for them. Yeah, I think you grab all 3 majors here at this point, seeing that Ridley there, especially with charge, because it is likely you might be able to kill Ridley with this loadout if you pick up another beam. With Varia already in hand. And high jump. Makes it a decent fight to do. I've seen Words' fight and he's fairly competent. I haven't seen so much of Jefe's fights. I don't know how good he is at them. Alright. Go. See if we get you from Words. Looks like it. Not wanting to go in that pause screen, but will fail his try. Got decently far up there, but not quite. Ooh, what happened there? He missed his spring ball? That was odd. Didn't see any other zones in here in Brinstar, but oh. I forgot to remind Words to turn off the alerts, sadly, between games. He stopped getting them at some point in the first game, so that's my bad a little bit. And Jefe is hitting this X up down in the pits. This is the left pit. Okay, that's fine. Both of these are easily attainable with their items here. I was thinking this is the other pit for some reason, but it's not. Alright. Okay, we're just going to go for the double spring ball jump up crab hole here. Let's see if he can hit it here. Great work from him. He's going to take the save up here. He can travel left or right. Or left or down here, I should say. I don't know if there's a farm after this for his power bombs here. Hopefully so. Alright, let's see what he finds over here on the left side. Is a Metroid room. Doesn't have any tanks, so this is definitely not the play right now, but for logic, but is doable as long as he's competent at the room. And yeah, no farm over this way, so he's not, unless this is a power bomb, he ain't getting back with it. But it does have a save in case it's not. It is a super. He's not making it back with it unless he goes through. Yeah, no, you can't make it back. Just revert. Alright, and what do we get over here for Jefe? Bombs. So, yep, we do get the bombs pretty quickly here. That was one of our Fidos at the beginning. He tries for the continuous wall jump there. Much easier to do just the spring ball off the top. But either way is not a intended way to do this jump. So he shouldn't be passed here over at Moat. He should have ignored this major. And he will revert it. Yeah, he might not know it. It is not intended. No, it's not intended with spring ball. That's in very hard. So, not intended way through. It's only space jump, grapple, gravity. I think for that one. For a hard logic, or I guess sparking across. You can spark across too. But the X-ray hall is doable with the amount of, if they get an E-tank, I think they don't even need an E-tank technically to get through what's it called, X-ray hall. So that is doable with just spring ball and high jump and a suit. We will see if either runner goes towards that. That is intended with just high jump and spring. I do not know if either runner will do that, though. Could very well be next progression. Do not know as of yet. I know both these players probably know double spring ball jump, so I don't think too much is out of reach for their capabilities. But looks like Jefe will leave this Ridley behind. Oh, close one there for Words, trying to get the ooh up the pit. Oh, he was up there. If he was just being more confident there, he would have got it. He was so close there. He was above the platform, but he didn't commit to it. All right, Jefe heading back up to Norfair. Gonna abandon this Ridley for now. Gonna try and get to the Norfair map at some point. Good dodge there from Words. This would only be doable and hard with an extra E-tank, but Words being confident in that dodge helps him out a little bit. Could probably go get that major in Moat if he wants to. I think he's competent with the... Actually, wait, let's see. No, there's no loop. I was thinking if there was a loop down there for that moat, but there is not a loop. That is a one-way at the bottom with Croc Escape. But you could... No, you can't get back. Never mind. I was trying to think there. But yeah. I think he is considering X-Ray. I know he's done the item list deboost before in Expert Seeds, so... And there's speed for Jefe. That's a great find. That would help them maybe get back from this moat. I don't know what's on the left side, unfortunately. It's this moat spring ball jump. It's a mid-air morph into spring ball bounce, which isn't very hard. But he does know it. He's done it before. He's familiar with it. But he's going to continue on, probably grab the tank down here. Would fully expect that. Yeah. Okay, he's not going to grab the tank. He is not grabbing these tanks that are close by. There was one up past Precious that he... No, I don't... Yeah, he could have got that one with spring ball jumps, I think. High ball and spring ball jumps does get you up Precious, so he could have got that. Didn't quite get his spring ball jump first try, but he's going to try again. All right, couple more majors down here in Norfair. Oh, this is the jump again, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. But he could go around the other way to grab it too, Horse Girl. Yeah, that's true. But still worth it to try, I think. Oh, he tried the CWJ there. Gave up on the spring ball, going for CWJ. Yeah, sometimes it's not so worth it to go for these out of logic tricks if you can't get them fairly quickly. All right, up into Meridia for Jefe. There we go, we got the CWJ. Excellent jump there for Wordsayer. So, let's see, does he go for the tank down there? No, he doesn't want to go back through Moat, I don't think. Took him long enough once. If he was going to get that tank, I would have liked him to go the opposite way at the beginning, so that's a good plan for him to grab the bombs and just leave. Alright, here's Meridia. 1, 2 majors, few X's. 1, 2, 3 majors, I think. And then a couple more regions. So, getting quite far away from the 2 objectives now. Might be able to pick up the go mode that he needs to kill Ridley. In those 2 regions he's been to so far. Don't want to get too far away from them before backtracking, but might pay off because Words is taking quite a bit of time here in Bridstar, unfortunately. Yeah. Neither of them going for that X-ray hull major is interesting to me. It is quite far out of the way, though, so I understand why in a race you do not go for that one. Big payoffs would be like gravity. But we did get ice, speed, and X-ray for Jefe up above here, so these pretty good finds there. The X-ray not so good, but the other two exceptional. Alright. He can get this E-tank now for words. Quite a slow bomb jump, though. Will he kill GT for or bomb Chorizo for that power bombs? Not sure if I would have killed the BT there for power bombs. Not a super long fight, but long enough where don't know if it's worth it. Yes, he's committed so far that he feels necessary for it. It wasn't that big a commitment, actually. Didn't get any supers from that. That's unfortunate. Now he has to farm extra time here, and Wordsayer is now out of Brinstar, which is a good thing for him. Let's see which direction he heads to. He did collect those bombs, which may help him, but may end up just being a hindrance mostly. Not really too much plans for those bombs, other than being a cannon fly, which Jefe has already retrieved his speed booster, so. And see, does he go straight for this map, or does he go down to T? Looks like he's heading towards the Norfair map. So they're now heading in the same direction, so looks like Jefe's just built up a pretty good lead for himself, unfortunately, here. Grabbing some extra X's here. Might be a double X in this Norfair reserve. Just a lot of power bombs for Jefe here, already at 20. Seeing a decent amount of those in the last little bit. The 20 PB seeds. Peeking some missiles on words here. Alright. Ridley Farm for words 2. Think you should be getting close to this map now. And there's speed for him. Excellent pickup for words too. Think he will be able to pick up these the ice beam too. And some power bombs for him. So not too low on those power bombs. What will Jefe get here on his major trip? Space jump, excellent find for him. Speeds up quite a few rooms. And Words is heading a little bit away from the map there, so has to head back into pre-pillars there. Resets the room for a consistent setup here. So almost all non-gravity water movement now, just missing that grapple beam. Alright, just one major left, or two majors here left in Norfair. Quite a path around for the second one, unfortunately for Words, but this one is fairly close. I think this, yeah, that was ice, so getting a decent beam now. I don't think that Jefe ever peeked the major to the right of bowling there, just too far out of the way for him. And they both avoided Turian, which was interesting. I think I would have peeked Turian too before leaving Norfair, because getting further and further away from that Ridley is a dangerous plan. Quite a lot of backtracking involved for both of these runners. Like, Jefe's all the way at the top of this Meridia already and hasn't gotten too much progression in terms of Ridley fight. Past that ice beam. I guess he got a couple packs of supers now too. He did find a couple more supers, yeah. Since I last looked. I didn't see the last 2 supers, I just saw the 10th. So. But he's all the way on the other side of the zone now, so. Alright, here's Meridia map for words. Sees the couple of majors on the left side of the zone now, and sees the other 2 zones. At this point, the close one is okay to get, but I don't know about any of the others at this point. Everything else is quite far away. But we will see what he decides to do. Maybe up to Criteria immediately? Not a bad play at all. Looks like they will both be heading into Criteria. This could end up being just a charge seed, which would favor words. Yeah, like, Jefe definitely goes back to Ridley at this point. If anytime he's close to there, he should kill him. I really don't like them abandoning a Turian like that. That is that's going to result in a lot of backtracking, and that's the closest thing to 2 bosses, so pretty risky to abandon that zone without checking it. And we will get... Ooh, this could be Fantoon, which could be interesting, because the only Fantoon location here is that top right door, which would be difficult to get to with their current loadout. Requires a either good frozen crab or a double spring ball jump, which we have seen from words here already. Don't know how confident Jefe is with it. There we go. First one to the map is words here, and it is Fantoon. Alright, so if they want the information here for Criteria, they need to go to the top right. And Jefe does hit the underwater wall jump. Good work there from Jefe. But let's see how they do with this jump here. You can use the crab for the first one, if you wish to. Makes this jump a lot easier. If you wish to, you can do a single spring ball jump off this side, I think, and get up, but the crab does make it easier. And then this one can also be done with a crab, or I think you spring ball jump up to the ledge and then do a flatly to do it too. So you don't have to do a double spring ball jump, but looks like Words is going for the double spring ball. Yeah, he's pretty good at the doubles, so I don't mind him doing this double spring ball jump. Looks like Jefe is trying to see if there's a sparkable area over here. Oh, if he gets... Okay, that's just Spazer. So he has full PRKD beam. So fairly good fight now for Ridley. And Words should find that too. So missing those supers, not a huge deal for Words here. And he's up to Fantoon already. So first boss will be completed by Words, it looks like. That was a good plan from Jefe, trying the left side there for a spark. Did get rewarded with Phaser too. Yeah. All right. Okay, Jefe is not going to go for Fantoon here. Interesting play. May end up heading back to this Ridley slash... what's it called? Ridley and Dragon at the bottom. Only missing one boss in Kraid now that they both don't know about. And there is... what is it? East Ocean? Yeah, East Ocean for Jefe. He can go back and forth with this with quite a few items. He has multiple item progression through here. Amplify triple springboard jump is only possible in lava or acid, but not in water. I think both the acid and lava will work, but not the water, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, Jefe is heading up a different path. Maybe he'll find a loop around to the top of Everest here, but good Fantoon there from Words. He likes that. He's happy with his kill. Yeah, it looks like Jefe is trying to find a way around. If there's a sparkable room above Everest, he could get to the Fantoon here. But he may not be able to get up there in the first place. But you never know. Could loop all the way around. Almost missed his jump up to the top pillar there of Mount Everest. The top peak. Alright, there we go. Excellent criteria map for Words here. So we'll see if this blinding hurts Jefe at all. And there is Kraid and no Mother Brain. And there is a sparkable room right before that Everest. That's interesting. So if Jefe persists at this, he could get a spark and get to Fantoon. Is there no connectors to the top left? I think there might be a connector to the top left because that's Croc Speedway. Unless it doesn't connect, I don't really know. Might take Jefe a long time to find that though. But looks like Words will head towards the Spazer Major before heading to Kraid. Okay, up, climb, then right connects to worst room in the game. That's doable. They can do that. That's no problem for them. Yeah, I figured that there was a connector there. So I think Jefe will be able to get to Fantoon through Croc Speedway. He might have to... Well, if he doesn't do it the first try, that'll be an interesting thing. He might have to take multiple attempts at it if he doesn't get the charge completely correctly. And then he'll have to make the loop again to get back to Kraid, too. Unless he does Kraid first, which would be best idea. But I don't... Was Kraid in Speedway there? I think they have to do it twice then, no matter what. Unless you can loop... No, yeah, you'd have to do it twice, no matter what. So he'll have to make that huge loop twice if he does that. So that's a big time loss if he does that. But he can do it. He can get through without double springball jumping, which is interesting. It'll just take him a long time, and he still has to find that loop. So, not the friendliest thing for him. But all bosses plus full PRKD beam is great for Words. He should hit up everything here and be well on his way to finishing this seed. Wouldn't expect him to have any issues at all with this now. Alright, Jefe will find Croc Speedway now. 2 bosses complete for Words. Excellent quick kill there. Yes, Jefe will have a quicker Ridley fight, but it's not going to be like ultra much faster. It's just going to be decently faster. and you'll have to farm. So there's upsides and downsides. And he has to do this loop twice. Like, that is a huge loop to do. And if he misses the spark to Fantoon on both attempts, that's going to be really rough. Yeah, it's still, you have to do the spark through Croc Speedway, which is not free. You have to charge the spark at a very specific time. So it is not friendly. But he does check, so he knows if he charges a spark at the bottom here, he can get to Fantoon. So can he charge it perfectly? No, he doesn't get it the first time. So he'll have to do the loop again before he hits Fantoon, which is really bad because he doesn't know Crate is here quite yet. He might find it soon, but he may not. Which is really rough. Is he going to go down back to... Oh, that is unfortunate. So he won't get criteria information at all here, which has 2 objectives in it. He does have a save at bottom of Climb, I think. So he could go right back up there if he wants, but it's quite a bit of rooms before he gets back. He's not... Looks like he's going to take an alternate path. He's not comfortable with what he has to do in criteria to get that map, which is too bad because he is losing time by the second on words here. But luckily, Mother Brain is either in Turian or Wreck Ship. So if it's in Turian, he is... Well, I don't know if it matters either way. Well, Turian has more backtracking, so that's worse for him. Wreck Ship is fine because they both have to backtrack then. But we will see what Words does here. Will he go to Wreck Ship or will he go down to Turian? Yeah, that big loop in criteria was real slow. So he has quite a bit of time to make up, and looks like Words is heading straight down for these bosses. And Jefe is not. Jefe is heading up to Wreck Ship. So he might find Gravity up here, which would be great. Would let him get to those 2 bosses, but he will have to make up quite a bit of time. And if he finds Mother Brain, that's again another backtrack he'll have to do. There's 30 supers for him, so he can now pretty much just super down every boss at this point. So it's nice for him, but the backtracking will hurt quite a bit. Alright, he will take a pivot save here. Good plan for him. Yeah, the double SBJ was huge for information and that Fantoon kill, so just absolutely great for Words. I'm kind of sad that we didn't see the spark across. That would be cool to see too, but quite difficult from Croc Speedway. You only get well, can you just... Yeah, you should go back left, actually. You could just keep trying the back left thing. What am I talking about? You could get infinite tries at that, so it's pretty free in actuality, as long as you hit the spark in Everest. I'm just not thinking it through very well. Yeah, if you draw transition and whiff, then you're toast, but... Alright, so we'll get Wreck Ship information, which has some X's and some O's. Just tic-tac-toe in Wreck Ship, unfortunately. And that's all it's good for. Oh, and Words will get this major. Interesting. This is a decent way out of the beaten path here. If it's Plasma, it's great. If it's Gravity, it's okay. Yeah, Gravity's not good. You didn't want to see Gravity there, really. Yeah, I mean, it speeds up your progress, but you should have got it before. Right, so going here after you went up is bad. Going here now, yeah, both of them skipping that far away major. It makes sense in the context of a race, but it's awful to find this late. So we know that Turian contains Mother Brain now, so that's good for Words at this point. All right. We know Wrecked Ship didn't have any majors. I didn't see... There's a major to the left of Brinstar that we never got. And how many more majors do we have? We have Screw, Grapple, Plasma. Is that the only ones left that we haven't seen? So out of those three, only one is significant use for words here. Grapple would be okay right now, but in just a second, it's not going to be so useful. So not probably worth getting at this point. Plasma really would be, but he never got that space jump, so it's kind of slow to get right now. And the last two majors, I think, are in Turian, unfortunately for our runners, which neither of them checked. Which would have helped both of them probably, because those two majors might be really close to Turian entrance and could have got Plasma early on, which is always a good help. Pretty slow fight here for Dragon here. Could use speed to boost it, but is not doing that currently. No X factors or speed here to speed it up. Looks like he's gonna power bomb his way to get more missiles in, maybe. Oh no, he's gonna speed booster it. Okay, that's a good job from Words there, getting the booster in there. Trying to get another booster in for another pass here. Oh, just a little slow for him there. Pretty hard to get that on the non-goop phase, but did a good job getting one spark in there. I think he could maybe finish it off with his trying for another spark. Unfortunately, backfires on him. Hits the wall instead. I think he could probably finish right now with missiles. He's that low, but I think he wants the blue suit, unfortunately. I don't really understand why too much, but not quite finished with those 14 missiles, but pretty close, I think. Ugh, not getting the charge up. Oh, he got grabbed. I didn't think he got grabbed, unfortunately. So, having quite a rough time with this Dragon. There we go. Got the spark up. Unfortunately, not having much luck with his patterns here. Always getting the swoops instead. Yeah, he's I think he wasted some into the wall there, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get the spark kill. No, not quite. Yeah, he is not having fun with this Dragon. He's having a rough time of it. Not in danger, just taking a long time. There we go, got the spark. Got the blue suit. He pressed run immediately afterwards. Oops. I think he got the blue suit. Just held run too long, unfortunately. And Jefe is in Brinstar with Ridley, which is interesting. Will he go for the left side major to make Dragon easier? Maybe even Ridley. Yeah, that was not the best fight I've seen. But made it exciting for us. Alright. Jefe's gonna farm up before this Ridley fight. They both do have that full PRKD beam. And looks like Words is gonna head to this E-tank. Or no, he already got that E-tank with bombs, never mind. He could get this X, probably should, with his beam combo. Gonna try for this short charge. Good work for him. Fortunately, more power bombs. Alright. Alright, here's Jefe's Ridley. Let's see how he does here. Yeah. Save here. No, save. Okay, he's gonna save with full. I understand that. Farm, then save. Good plan. Very quick fight from Jefe here. But he may end up having to farm before this Dragon fight. Alright, here's the save for words here. It's a good save. So he doesn't have to do double Dragon or backtrack to Ridley very far. Here comes Words fight. We'll have to do, what is it? Just over 40 shots with his missile count here. Alright. Oh. Jefe's in Turian. That's interesting. Don't know why he went into Turian this early. He does know Mother Brain does reside here. And he knows he has to get Dragon, Kraid, and Phantoon. Oh, he doesn't know where Kraid is. He's thinking maybe Kraid is in here? Yeah, he's gotten... I guess he doesn't, because he doesn't have Meridian map. So he doesn't know it's here, but he could deduce maybe. He's explored most of Criteria at this point. Right? He explored a lot of that area. And he does blind right into Mother Brain now. Should leave at this point. Even if Kraid is here, he should abandon him. Because I don't think there's too much that'll make any of the fights harder for him. Or easier, sorry. Except maybe Plasma. But going out of the way with 30 supers is not fun. Pretty close fight here for Words. Should be almost dead here. There we go. Good Ridley fight with the PRKD beam. With 40 shots there. Pretty difficult. Just over 40 shots, I should say. So all bosses completed for Words, and he'll probably check Turian first for Mother Brain. He knows it's either Turian or Wreck Ship. So, and Turian is a lot closer. Would like him to peek the map for refill here. Nice save after Ridley completed. Yeah. After seeing the Mother Brain there, would really like him to just go for the other bosses first, because even getting Kraid right now isn't a great plan. There is either Plasma, Screw Attack, or Grapple. That might be double major in the pits over there, but does revert immediately after getting that map. I guess that is ship information for him too, but not a huge deal whenever you get that. But I guess that was the closest he was probably ever going to get before doing Mother Brain, maybe. But alright. We're just going to take a pivot save here right before Turian. I do like that, because he doesn't know which one Mother Brain is in. quite yet. And Jefe is heading up. Does have to do Dragon at some point, which is, well, that's quite close to Mother Brain, so I don't mind him skipping right now. So 2 pretty rough boss fights for Words there. In Dragon and Ridley. Got quite a long Dragon fight and very, what's it called? Close to death on Ridley, so. But he made it through and is now very close to this Mother Brain and ship, so escape should not be very long at all here. Like, matter of, I don't even think it'll be a minute, probably. He peeked the super door, which is unfortunate because if he checked the blue door there, I think that's Mother Brain, so just a little bit unfortunate for Words there. But he should get mapped very quickly here. It wasn't super far away at this point. And he will have to farm either way, so getting the map information, not a bad thing either way. Could give him information on that farm. Whatever is closest for him. And again, this is quite similar to how their last game went in terms of Words not getting too many items. He did pretty much the bare minimum the whole way through, whereas Jefe explored a little bit more before hitting up bosses. So here's Jefe's Fantoon here. I think if he reverts, he's closer. Yeah, he's much closer with few reverts, so that'll be a good plan for him. I think he's also closer to the refill there, so closer to pretty much everything. Ooh, Jefe missing this slow Fantoon second round there, unfortunately. Like it's the ghost phase there, and it gets a good Doppler off too. That was excellent Doppler for him. We're just taking a couple seconds to farm there in Kago room. The Criteria Kagos, we'll call them. Don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what they're called now. There we go. Fantoon done for Jefe. Good Fantoon there for him, and that'll give him map and crate information. Then he just has to head back towards Mother Brain and Dragon. So, not super far behind here. Oh, okay, we're just going to hit up an X before heading down. Interesting plan. Get the super for his trouble. Quite good for Mother Brain there. Lets him have 7 supers for the fight, which can get you through catch-up phase if you like that, or just speed up the start. Alright. Where is the... No, closest farm's just right next to him. He might even be able to grab that tank. Farm, grab the tank, go to the bottom. Is probably what I do here. I would like to see him do that too. Just in case that's plasma down there, will increase his fight speed by quite a bit. That's what I would do. Yeah, I would grab this farm, go down the pit, circle back around to Mother Brain. Okay. Looks like we'll get a stand up for trade here. Oh yeah, this is a farm. This is a better farm than even that farm in there. Did not think about that entirely. Ooh. There we go. Trade down for Jefe, and Words is heading down for these majors, maybe? Two maybe? 1, 2 majors? 2? It is plasma. Woo! We get plasma. That's a double major. There we go. So the X-ray hull major was grapple. So if either runner would have went over there, they could have sped up their drag-on fight. Yeah, he is forgetting he has spring. He's like, no, I'm showing off. I'm going with this 3-tile high wall jump instead. So if these runners would have gone to Turian early, they would have been rewarded heavily with this plasma. That would have saved them a lot of trouble. Because they would have got full beam then pretty easily. But would have wasted time with the Mother Brain, and they might have just left this Turian area anyways after seeing that Mother Brain. Alright, a couple more missiles and 2 supers. There are 3 supers. We're through Mother Brain 1. It's got 152 health to spare. As long as there's no nasty catch-ups here, he should be fine. But Jefe is heading directly towards this Dragon here. I think Words will be sending us to game number 3. 250? Oh yeah, he picked up the extra tank too. I forgot that he picked up the other tank. Sorry guys. He does have that secondary tank. I thought he's just had 3 in 1 still. But he has 4 in 1 now with that Botuni tank. Thank you, chat. Get your guesses in. It's going to be 40 seconds. Definitely 40 seconds. 100% 40 seconds. $35. So Amplify, you are the winner. Can't come on down. Collect your prize. Game number 3. Yep. There we go. Game 2 done in favor of Word. Looks like Jefe will FF that one. So we will see you shortly for game number 3. Hello. We're back for game number 3 of our Bronze Round 1 matchup between Wordsayer and Jefe. Got Horse Girl Esports on tracking with me. I am Change. And our category this time is Season 3 Multicat Varia plus Movement, which means we start with Varia and a pseudo gravity suit consisting of ice, high jump, spring ball, and grapple. So if we get Morph, we can essentially do most of the water rooms in the game with the intended in the intended manner. There's a couple exceptions, like East Cack Alley is one of them that's not able to be done, and I guess the Dragon's room if it has a left side water room. Those are about the only 2 rooms that are not intended to be done with a this item loadout. But everything else, good to go as soon as you get more. So quite a bit of rooms will be open to us with this loadout. And both looking to head up to the top left here. Unfortunately, Words missed his grapple, so he's having to trudge up here by foot. And Jefe is right into this Norfair, heading towards that map, it looks like. And we'll awaken the planet with this ice beam slash green pirates or mean crate pirates room. Yeah, both of them heading this way. And they find aqueduct, which I mean, they could grapple up it. I don't remember if that's logical. But they could do that. So quite a few places to explore here. I wouldn't have minded if they went through Bakuun E-Tank room that they started in to the right. But they both tended towards the maps here, so we'll see if either of them can get there. Jefe hitting G4 and is... No? Is he going to try and underwater wall jump it? No, he won't. Okay. Let's see if Wordsayer finds a path around to the map here, or whether he's going to try that. They haven't found anything at all so far in terms of... Yeah, I mean, we've seen these guys both try underwater wall jumps, and Wordsayer did forget completely. I wouldn't mind him double reverting here, but we do get E-Tank, and what was that on the pedestal? I missed it. That was probably Morph, wasn't it? Yeah. So, Jefe finding first Morph here. Excellent news for him. Blinded right into that at top of Croc Speedway. But, like, there's just a ton of doors to check right now, so... Not finding that Morph is... like... It's very understandable for words here, unfortunately. Why, I much prefer things that you can... Not just blind things at the start here, because Words is doing a perfectly acceptable thing right now, going through this Magdalite tunnel. I like to call them lava men, not Magdalites. Alright, Jefe does wall jump up top there. Words could go through that lava grapple tunnel. That's no problem, he has grapple, so there's no issue with going through there. He's gonna farm first. Understandable. Like, right now both of them aren't out of logic at all, so... Like, this is all intended, so it'll just be up to blinding so far. That's all we have different for each runner. Just blinded that Morph on one of them, didn't blind it on the other. This will stop Wordsayer. He should not pass this without tank, and he does revert back to Norfair. Yeah, without gravity and without a tank, definitely don't go through Lava Dive. It's no chance that's intended. And without finding that Morph first, you do not want to test your fates at that point. But looks like this will be Words Morph here. Was that the 3-tile or 4-tile? Oh, that's the 4-tile one. Okay. So this one is doable with only high jump in the hard. But unfortunately, we do take a death there. So they're fairly close together now. Words just a couple rooms away from him. It's like they'll pass each other. Yeah. See which way Words end up going. Maybe he saves first? Yeah, save first. And then where? Does Jefe try this other pit, maybe? Would only have one way back on the right here, possibly. He hasn't checked the right door quite yet, so he may not even have a way back without ammo. So... always a good idea to have a save before you go down these one-ways. Don't think you will be able to get back from the left side at all, so good thing he doesn't go down that way. But we'll try the sand hall to the left here. Don't have pits on either side, looks like. From Aqueduct, and he does find a ammo door, so does instantly revert. And here's Wordsayer into Aqueduct. I'll peek the ammo door over here. We're not really looking at his mini-map there. You can see it a little bit before you actually come in contact with it, before you have to. Likely to go down this pit too, unfortunately. We'll see if he can get... I don't think either direction was accessible for Jefe there. Oh, he's going to take the left bit. Interesting. We did not see where this one headed. It should be Butterfly Room. Yeah, nothing down here that they can do so far. And Jefe choosing an opposite direction here for himself through this Everest here. Does see that there's only a save up and to the right, and then finds an ammo door on the bottom right. They did find morph, so the morph tunnel in Everest is a good check here, because that's the last item they found, and that's obviously a morph tunnel. Yeah, I do like that play quite a bit. And there's Spazer, so we're go mode. Jefe already hitting that go mode. He's absolutely on the right path now. That could be logical Spazer. I think they've seen the bottom of Wreck Chip Shaft. Let's see. Maybe logical Spazer? Might not be. He could have kept going down that path. I wouldn't have minded him doing that. But he's going to go down here. It should be maybe Oasis. Okay. Can't do anything Oasis. And there is Coliseum for words. He could go through that. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Amador was to the left. Did he actually peek that far enough? Didn't think... Oh yeah, I did peek it far enough. Okay, good. Did not see that initially. And Wordsayer will not do Coliseum. I think just high jump and grapple does allow you to do Coliseum as intended, but not going to head that way. And here is Wreck Chip Shaft. Let's see if this is where we're supposed to go, or just another detour in the path of wrong ways. But it will get us map. That's a good plan. Yeah, no matter what, that's map. All right. There is a major at Spooky Missiles, but we can't get to Spooky Missiles yet. Didn't see too much else with that quick a map, but I saw a few X's and a few O's. Don't know how many we can get to without ammo or bombs. All right, here's Wordsayer. Probably check this morph ball tunnel, I hope. All right, oh yeah, you can get this major right here. That might be bombs for the next major. Oh, he falls down, unfortunately. And that's speed, so nope, can't get the Wreck Chip major unless he knows the speedball technique. So let's see, what does speed get us here? Let's see, yep, they have the attic and the basement right above each other. No, it's not. It's not an easy temp blue for sure. So I wouldn't expect anyone to do it. There's Spazer for words. I think he has seen Wreck Chip Shaft, and he will peek this door. There we go. So knows a little bit. I think we might have seen a speed booster hole somewhere. Oh yeah, Reverse Croc Speedway, maybe? It was on to the left here. That is a very short charge in this room. Oh no, that's actually... Oh yeah, there's Green Pirates before this. The Baby Crate Pirates, so they can easily do Reverse Croc here. So that might be progression here. The Reverse Croc. So let's see if they do that. They can also get the... No, they can't get the items in Aqueduct here. But Reverse Croc may be... I thought they could do the Aqueduct too, but they can't, because that's a door. Yeah. He's overlooking the... there could also be a speed booster... No, there can't be a speed booster from the G4, but they can go up G4 if they want to. He is not seeing the... but Words does see the progression here in Wreck Chip Shaft, at least the map, and then he'll see that major that is speed. We did see Croc Speedway, Reverse Croc Speedway yesterday with Immit and Cruel Beans early in their seed like this. They could also get... No, they can't get that missile. They can do a couple speed balls to get out of logic items here. There's a couple speed balls you can do. So if one of them is feeling confident, they could do that to break the game open a little bit. And Jefe will revert here. I wasn't paying attention to bosses. Okay, Ridley and Dre. Okay, interesting. Could be a quite quick seed then. Craig to the west, maybe? So that would be a quick seed if they're all here. We do have 2 beams and Varia already, so... If there's any ammo around here. Alright, here's our map and our speed booster. Let's see if he chooses some naughty things or not. Because you can get that missile in the Green Hill Zone. And the major in Wreck Chip Shaft with speedballs. True. Getting back from Green Hill Zone is not trivial. That is true. I think you could do it, though. I think it's not impossible. The easier one to get is obviously the Wreck Chip Shaft, I think. But he's checking. I think Criteria might be the play here for them. It could be up here in Bryn, too. This is a perfectly acceptable thing to do for Jefe. But I would like to see Words check that reverse croc. Yeah, the Green Hill Zone one is pretty difficult. It would be... Yeah, the jump across would be hard too, so... Pretty difficult there. Yeah, this one's always doable, I think, for most people with a good short thing. No, the lava dive. Unless there's a loop, they shouldn't do lava dive. Because, there could be a loop, in which case maybe a tank could do it, but I don't think so. I think they need at least 2 tanks to get through here in hard from left to right. There could be a loop somehow, like through Oasis maybe, but this is reverse croc for Words, so good recognition of speed into reverse croc for him. Oh. He could freeze that guy. He could freeze him. You can't have cold. Oh, Words forgot he had ice, sadly, so he dies going through Edikun E-Tank there. He could have frozen the Beton to get him off. That's what would put that Edikun tank in room into logic, the ice beam there. Because you're not supposed to really deboost through the room, which is the other way to do it with low health, no missiles. Yeah, this is a pretty nasty start. Spazer logic into speed, reverse croc is not the friendliest of starts, but looks like Jefe might be heading over here too. Let's see if he can manage this. Yeah, looks like he will do this reverse croc here. Ooh, gets a bonk. So they will be pretty tied here. They have ice, so they can clip up to that X. I think both will attempt that, even though it's not quite logical with their loadout. It is very doable. And there we go. Jefe is through the reverse croc. And so is Words. Excellent work there from both of them. Let's see if Jefe can remember ice for the Edikun E-Tank room. Can be pretty dangerous. There we go. Yeah, he does remember ice. Good work by him. freezing the B-toms. Probably easiest to freeze them on top of yourself so you can just jump through them. They're kind of annoying if you freeze them before. Yeah, you realize now. It can be not obvious. There's supers, so not quite logical supers, but I'll maybe X-ray somewhere around here, but bombs is here. Okay. Bombs could lead to X-ray in Red Ship Shaft, which could lead to those supers. So I would like them just to do the clip, period, right now. Just save the time, do the clip. They both, I bet, know how to do the X-ray-less clip here. They can go through this if they want to, but I would not. Would go back, grab those supers for sure, and then head back, maybe. Yeah, they could do 5 super only Kraid without a save, but moderately risky. Alright. Will he farm and then do the... Okay, bombs do kill the Edikuns. Or the B-toms too. And Jefe's going up there without farming. There is a farm up there too, so... Good clip from Jefe. Great clip there. Wordsayer just being safe, just in case the B-tom eats him a little too much. Did have lower health than Jefe there. Well, that looks pretty good there. Oh, just slightly too high. Couple pixels too tall. That looks even better. Crouch, then jump. There we go. He's through. Excellent work from them. Now, can either of them get this quick kill? Jefe unfortunately gets the Kraid toes. Pretty risky to do the Kraid kill with only 5, so... Do like this patience from Jefe. Good play, actually, I think. Yeah. He even was careful with his shot, making sure that... Oh, okay. Not that safe, but safe enough. Alright, let's see. Alright. Wordsayer's gonna play it safe, too. Understandable. Like, with 5 supers only, it's the safe play, rather than the quick Kraid kill. Does get a nose shot there for Word, so has to hit all these supers, or he has to do this whole loop over again. Let's see, can he manage it? Well, there's Frog behind here too. Good shot the second one. Let's see, can he get the last 2? Last one that left. Kill those 2. Yep, good. Good patience. Alright. Ooh. Takes a fall, but still fine. And he gets it. Excellent patience there from Words. Alright. So we're going to be probably going back into this Norfair for both of them. They can now get both the majors here with those bombs and supers. I expect probably one of them will be that X-ray. We will see though. We'll see which way each one of them decides to go. Yeah, looks like Words will take the save over here. Both of these are okay. That's GT into Ridley. That is. I hope you can assess that Ridley from the other. You have to be able to access the Ridley from the other side. Hopefully. I didn't see what was on the other side of that Ridley though. So we got Charge Beam now. Very interesting. Good find for Jefe here. I would expect the other one now to be X-ray. Unless we were intended to get other supers, but looks like we're just supposed to get those ones and then get these power bombs maybe. Yep. Early charge, so could easily be a charge seed. We'll see how many supers they get through the course of this. Oh, that's space jump. It's not X-ray. Interesting. So they got some out of logic supers. so far. We haven't seen X-ray yet. But that's a good can fly. Excellent find for Wordsayer there. Could save him a lot of time with bomb jumps here over the course of the seed. Depending on what rooms we run into. Let's see here. Does he head up to wrecked ship? Yeah, there's a way around that GT. Thankfully. With that loop. I do expect Words save go up to wrecked ship now. Hopefully he can get the map quickly. If he can't get the map quickly, just abandon it. Good climb so far. Yep. Knows the climb fairly well. Oop. Gets a shot at the end, but a couple times, but no problem for him. Yeah, it does suck with ice, unfortunately, and the map is super close here. Hopefully it's not powerbomb locked. He'll have to use his last super here to get it. Hit it? I think he got it there. Excellent news for Words there. Out of supers, but has the wrecked ship map. Let's see if he can find good stuff here. Another major, this is powerbomb locked, so we could get maybe some bombs there, maybe another bomb. Quite a few X's here. I think there was 5 X's here. I don't know if you can get them all with the power bombs, but there was 5 X's, which means it's pretty likely to get power bombs from wrecked ship here. Would like to see him grab them all with Ridley back at the beginning. Should be a good farm. Oh, he doesn't have missiles, so he can't farm here, but he can get a major. He will be able to farm this on the way back, though, because of the missiles on the left side. Hopefully he picks them up. And screw. That's a good find. Saves him quite a bit of time, especially with that like gauntlet rooms and all that. Saves him a lot of power bombs and farming. Hopefully he gets some supers here. He needs farm. Ugh. No, he still has the missiles to get through the door, so not terrible. And there's a farm above him, so not the worst thing. Getting those missile pack in the next room too, so not a big deal. You got pretty unlucky there with the super drops at the beginning. I had to do 3 farms to get 4 supers. Let's see if he gets power bombs here. Kind of expected, actually. Because these are kind of power bomb locked up. No, those are supers, which is... Like, if he only finds supers here, he's still happy. Ecstatic to find only supers here. The only thing he can't get is that 1X in party room, sadly. But all the rest, I think he can get pretty quickly with screw attack, too. Not this room, but yeah, it's a little slower without power bombs, but not too terrible. Let's see here. So we did get Dragon down for Jefe. It's a nice kill. Did have that grapple, so. More supers for Words. He has a ton of supers now. $15 supers is a great find. Unfortunately, he probably does have to go to Turian here, maybe, too. Which would be unfortunate. Last hope for power bombs here before this X disappears on him. And these are supers too. 20 supers. He's well on his way to Ridley. Yeah, that's actually decent find. He can't get back from Turian, so I don't... Actually, he can. He can get back from Turian, so I don't mind him going to Turian in the first place. He could go to Turian right now. There's another X awaiting him in here, and he does recognize he can go to Turian. So good map reading from Words here. Yeah, it might not be worth the detour at all. It might just be maybe a revert. Like, the greatest thing he found here was supers, which is great. So there's a loop back to criteria. This is great news, actually, for him. Map is fairly close down here. Great news is criteria is a loop, so loops is nice, actually. I think 4 words here. That'll put him closer to the logical power bombs, I think, on his way back, as long as he can get to that entrance over there. I think he can. Yeah, he can, no matter what, at this point. So that's excellent news. And here is another 3 items for him. And I think map connects here, so this might be Fantoon, as long as he can get there. Oh my lord, he found gravity. What a god gamer. No power bombs, but he has both suits. Let's go. No power bombs, don't need them. We got double suit, boys. No issues here. We're good to go. Gonna peek this middle door here. This should be Fantoon somewhere. He does check the bottom door here. Yeah, he might find 30 supers and not have to get any power bombs. That would be an amazing seed for him. Yeah, he does need power bombs, but, you know, that doesn't count, Horse Girl. We don't care about that. We're gonna door skip. Oh, he can't get this map. That is bad. Oof. Hold. Hold. No, never mind. Grab the missiles. Word, you're here already. I don't know. I don't know, D-Rocky. But he should loop back to criteria here and head through. So he'll have this quick movement through all the doors, and he likely knows where Fantoon is now, which is the final boss. This is like an 80% chance that this is Fantoon here. So this is great information for Words. I didn't see what was up there. Some type of missiles. I don't know what it was. But he can head down to criteria if he wants. He has screw attack, both suits. This is no issue at all, this room here. So yeah, he went to Brinstar, which is nowhere near this Turian. Yeah, you have to go through Wreck Ship or criteria to get to here, so he didn't choose either of those paths. This is more than likely Fantoon. This is like, what, 80% chance of Fantoon? It could not be. I mean, could be Fantoon over here in Brinstar, but it's pretty unlikely at this point. No, it is? Oh, really? He has seen the save already? Wow, that's unlikely. So Words is going to get baited here by the West Ocean. That's crazy. That's bad. That's evil. This seed is mean. Quite a rude seed then. Didn't realize that. So Words is likely going to be behind on the Fantoon location. Unfortunately. He definitely goes back to T here. Ooh, he gets enraged there. So quite slow Fantoon. I don't even know if he's superable now on Fantoon. He did that quite early. And there is power bombs for Words. And then he should get yeah, I really hope he does save before going back to Turian. He does know the fact that that is more than likely Fantoon, but it's not, which is unfortunate news for him. There's Charge. He's like, oh, Charge? I can do Ridley, Dragon, everyone right now. And he's like, I know where Fantoon is. He's like, I can do this whole seed right now. That's what Words is thinking right now. He's like, I can do this whole seed. He didn't have bombs, that's why he's... he didn't have bombs or power bombs. That's why it was still here when he got back. Is Kraid around here? Yeah, they killed Kraid, right? Yeah, they killed Kraid. Yeah, so. Right now, Jefe knows where all the bosses are. He just needs better beam to complete them. All right, so quite an interesting seed, this one. Gonna really mess with Word's mind here. Yeah, that's a pretty slow Ridley though for Jefe here. Like significantly slower. Yeah, that's what I call it, miserable Ridley at this point. Yeah, without grav too, that's pretty dangerous. That's only, what, 3 or 4 hits? Oof. Word's missing the jump in Wasteland there, unfortunately. Ooh, having quite a few difficulties here. He does have space. That makes this room much friendlier. Or Spring. Space and Spring both help significantly with Wasteland. With those Kazans in play, at least. I hate doing this room in Escape where you do not have those Kazans. It's quite annoying. 2/3 chance of Plasma Wave? Okay. Interesting. So he might get rewarded for this Bryn Star play quite heavily. We will see shortly. X-Ray? Not what he was looking for. And Wave. So, the worst of the 2 beams, but that still cuts his, or increases damage by almost, well, about 2/3. Goes down to about 2/3 now, so loses 1/3 of the shots from about 90 to 60. And there's Plasma and Waterway. Hold. Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it? It's either Plasma or Gravity, so he definitely grabs that. Like, if it's Plasma or Gravity, you go get it. No matter. Well, he doesn't know about Space or Screw though, but we know it's Plasma or Gravity. But he doesn't know that, so it's a half and half for him, right? He only knows it's half and half good. For him, 50-50. For us, we know it's excellent. Which is the beauty of playing blind here. We will see if he wants that or not. Don't think we've seen Mother Brain, unfortunately. Could be in Turian. We haven't seen that map yet. Don't think it's in Wrecked Ship. And, alright, Jefe is heading up right, which I think goes towards that major. So, looks like he will get Plasma here, which will make that Ridley fight pretty free. Oh, maybe he doesn't go towards it, actually. Is it towards this? I don't know. I thought it was. I might be wrong, though. Alright, can Words get a goop here? Yep, there's goop. Nice right side goop, too. There we go. Excellent kill. And here's Waterway for Jefe. So we'll get this Plasma Beam. Then he can head straight back for Ridley, and then all he has to do is find that Mother Brain. Unfortunately, his movement is still pretty slow without Gravity and Space and Screw, so boss fight's good, movement bad for Jefe. I think Word still has a chance here. Not completely over. Because he'll be on Ridley first. And Jefe still has iffy Ridley. Not like completely iffy at this point, but still not the funnest Ridley in the world. And they don't know Mother Brain. And Jefe hasn't been to Wrecked Ship yet. Hasn't gone that way yet. We will see. It'll be very interesting to know whether. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten all the maps yet. We've only seen Bryn, Norfair. Have we seen Meridia? I don't even know. Have we seen Criteria map? I don't even know. Jeez. Lots of information to keep, but we don't know Turian map at least. But we do know Bryn. Yeah, it's a lot of things to keep up for. Yeah, slow movement for Jefe is a big downfall here. Words is going to be on Ridley first. He didn't leave him behind at all. He gets it on the way through, which is excellent. No, the unfortunate thing here for Words is that he thinks Fantoon is in T. That's the unfortunate thing. So he's going to go to T first, and he's going to go through W maybe to T to get that Fantoon. Unfortunately, it's going to be the seed that just messes him up so bad. He might get Ridley on the way, which will be fine, but he will go to T first. I don't think he hits that first. I think he hits Ridley first. I do think Jefe goes to Ridley first. I don't think he'll go for any more info before trying for Mother Brain. But we still need to go to a few regions, I think. So Words is right beside Ridley right now. Oops, went through the wrong way. Okay, there we go. So he's gonna have to do. This is a 100-shot beam normally, so he'll have to do about a sixth of that, which is how much is a sixth of 100, guys? 17, 16, something like that shots if he farms to full. 17 or so. It'll probably be 18 because he's missing a few missiles. So, hey, none of the 6-6. I said 16, not 6 or 7. I said 16 or 17. There was no 6-7 here. Just 16 or 17. Oh, 6-7? No! Alright. Here comes Jefe towards the last boss in Ridley. We'll see how quickly they can find this Mother Brain. I think Jefe will head to Wreck Ship. We'll see how long it takes him to get that map, and then maybe the Turian map, and whether Mother Brain is there. Would like... Ooh, no! Not in the acid! Oof. Spooky. Okay, pumping his missiles into Ridley now. Excellent work on the pogos there. Taking the pogos for missiles and the charge beam for the other parts. Oh, he's getting quite a few pogos here, which is kind of Ridley. And there's halfway, so can just go with supers now. Quite quick Ridley for Words here. Unfortunately for Words, he will not find any more majors, I suspect. And there's Ridley dead. Excellent jump, too. Yeah. It's just unfortunate that he found a map connected to West Ocean with a possible Fantoon location for Words here, which is really going to hurt him. He got the 10% map rando map. The good old 10%er. It's just unfortunate that he didn't have power bombs to check that map beforehand. If he would have got those power bombs before heading to Turian, he would have been so well off right now. Hopefully he saves. They haven't got criteria map, so. And that is quite a loop, actually. Hopefully he goes down to the bottom of Climb. bottom of client, save, and then check Turian. Because it doesn't know it's... Oh no, he didn't save! No! He's not saving, he's going down towards criteria for the loop, I think. The loop to criteria is, I think, a little bit cleaner for him. Take the save! Take the save! Thank you! Saves! Always save! Save some time. So still in the running here, not completely out of it. Only has Fantoon to go, so that's not a long boss here. Oh, is he gonna go down to Brinstar? Does he save his own tournament here going down to Brinstar, or is he gonna go through with the reverse? Oh my. No, he didn't. He's gonna reverse. Okay. But Brinstar is close to his save, so even if he goes to Turian and finds the map, it might be okay. There we go. There is Ridley done for Jefe. Got moderately low on his single suit Ridley, but did manage it. Actually went in there with less health than Wordsayer did, because he has single suit. Ooh. There we go. Back into criteria for words. Will words go for this criteria map too, is the question. No, he'll go right up to T. He is thinking the same as I was at the beginning of that T run, that this is the Fantoon. Yeah, he gets super trolled by this one. But he's very close to this map now. This is the closest entrance he can get. And he thinks it's Fantoon, so he's going to refill. So, and he's hoping for Mother Brain. Have we seen Ship yet? Alright, there's the bad news for Jefe. Let's see which way he heads this time. If it's Turian, it could pay off for him. Otherwise, it could be just bad news. We do not know yet. Criteria is still up in the air. Turian is rather far away from his current position. Yeah, it looks like he'll take the Norfair route, so Criteria might be his first map retrieved here. But quite quick map here for words. He is going to check the top right door of this West Ocean. Oh, he's going to check the map first. That's interesting. So he'll get the bad news fairly quickly. And no Mother Brain. So that's good information for words there. It just depends where Jefe ends up now. Because he could end up in Turian here, or he could end up in Criteria. It's just... I don't think... No, I don't think so. I think he'll go to Bryn here. Now, it's the closest. But Jefe will end up in Criteria here, so... He may get that map first, which will be Mother Brain, and likely lead to this Jefe win here. Alright. The only hope Wordsayer has is if, like, some really bad water rooms are on the way to this map, unfortunately. And Words turns around. I don't know if there's a faster way. Probably down this elevator, maybe. Yeah, unfortunately, everything looks to be down here in C. So then you have to get this a nice pivot save too, so. And Words will get all the bosses complete though, so not super far behind for him. Still an excellent race by him. No fault of his own, just getting trolled by that T map, unfortunately. If he had those power bombs, or just blinded some power bombs earlier on, he could have been so well off in this race. But unfortunately, no power bombs anywhere to be had, other than the logical ones in that Wrecked ship statue room. Yeah. Fortunately, they're all supers, which is nice, but not what you want. You need one power bomb pack. Jefe did get bailed out with supers in the first game, which was lucky for him. He did not get the supers that were in the green shaft and then got them elsewhere, so unfortunately Words not so lucky in this game number 3, but excellent fan tune there from him. Still has an opportunity to make up some time, but without plasma I don't think he can make up enough, even if he like blinds into Mother Brain. His only real shot is if Jefe messes up this Mother Brain. Or has overlooked it somewhere. Wait, Meridia. There's still Meridia? Meridia exists? Alright, a little longer here. A little longer. Alright. He's checking the zones. What haven't I done? You haven't done criteria yet. Alright, little longer game here for Words, but I don't think it helps him too much here, unfortunately. He's just going to have to backtrack into criteria, get the map, and then head to Meridia. Wait. Where's Jefe headed here? Oh, he hasn't got Turian map, so he's heading up to Turian, so that'll waste his time. A little bit. Alright. Did he save is the question, though. Yes, this is very interesting. Words is heading towards criteria, and Jefe is heading out of criteria, which is bad for him. He'll be close to the map, though, so it's not going to hurt him too much. Yeah, they both have to get all the maps here, it looks like. But they'll both get it fairly quickly here. Oop. I hope he saved in that criteria. I think he did. So it won't take him too long. But still some extra time. Time lost. Yep. We could still have some nasty water rooms in Meridia on the way to map. We don't know. And he doesn't know gravity's there. He's like just blinding through, trying to find this map. Shouldn't take him too long here. Alright. Here comes Words into criteria. There we go. Another super pack for Words. Here's excellent news for him. Makes his Mother Brain a lot better. Yeah, he would revert probably. Should save here. Yeah, Words does save. I think this is the same save that Jefe has. He's checking where the heck this last region is. He did not see it on his criteria map. And they are at both the same save. Same save here. I think this is the way. Okay. Yeah, that is the way to Meridia, unfortunately. Let's see if Words can get there too. I think Jefe will get there quite a bit faster, but we will see. Oh, maybe not. Might be just fine for him here. He's just a room or two behind. Room or two behind. Let's see, does he turn around though? This is kind of away from the map here, this direction, so he'll have to probably head the opposite way a little bit. No, he won't. Okay. Will he head? Okay. Words is still like a couple rooms behind. Words is going the correct way. He finds the turnaround here. Get some more missiles for his Mother Brain fight. He is just like inches behind Jefe at this point. Gets the map here. This is where the map is. He'll pick this up. No. Go down. Yeah, he'll get this map and just be a couple rooms behind. He can speed his way back through. Is a pretty nasty water room coming up ahead. Having some issues with these stupid ooms. Get out of the way, ooms. Please, we're having a race here. This is a race. Get out of the way, oom. Wordsayer will definitely make up some time on the way to Meridia. With this nasty room in the way. I don't think he'll pick up any of that stuff on the way. I think he'll just run. Run, Words, run! Catch up! More water! Put more water in the way! We need more water! Fill it all up with water, quick! Map is at the bottom left here. We want water. We want gauntlet rooms! More gauntlet rooms! Wordsayer has screw in space. We want tall water rooms. Come on. Tall water rooms. Flood the area. Where is Jefe going? Thank you. We love Main Street. Slow Jefe down. Slow Jefe down. Alright. Good moonfall there from Words. Go to the bottom. No. Go to the straight to the bottom. Where are you going? I don't know why he's not going for the map. Go for the map. Why are these two not going directly for the map? Okay, Words is going towards the map and save. That is fine. Taking a save is absolutely okay. I don't mind him stalling there for a save. That lets him check things, revert, go back. But Jefe is just a quarter inch ahead right now. Oh, Words doesn't even check that. He's like, no, I don't want that. Jefe did not save, so he will have to... Okay, Mother Brain is above. Words can revert, be closer to Mother Brain here. He might check that X in Main Street. Revert, go to your thing. Good. Words is at about the same location here. They are so close right now. It'll be interesting to see whether... Okay, Words is going to get this... Yeah, I think Plasma does decide this here, sadly, but... Depends whether he can do this fight flawlessly or not. Still has a dangerous fight. It's not free with one suit. 5 tanks. It's not absolutely free. He's going to check this X directly behind Mother Brain, which is good. Chip is like directly below them. It's so close. He could check both other X's if he really wanted to, but I don't know if he will. It might be fast enough to get this one X. Oh, he missed the Zeb skip there. I think he's getting a little nervous at this point. Is this a super? It is. That is a good find for him. He sort of wants to farm right now. And Jefe is having trouble with this Zeb skip here. He is very nervous at this point. I think he's feeling the pressure. I don't know if Jefe ever saved either. Did he save, guys? Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think there's any save around here. So he's low right now with one suit. Yeah, not since C. So if he takes, like, much damage in this fight at all, he's so far back right now. And he's having some major issues with this Zeb skip. They are super stressed. And he gets Zeb skip. Doesn't have a lot of health, so if he takes much damage here, he's going to be rough. Words is going to farm here, probably to full supers. He's pretty close. Won't be a slow fight now for Words at all. He did get up to that 30 super count. It will be faster than Jefe's even. So if he can get in here, get to Mother Brain, he has a super fast fight. Go, go, go. You're full. Let's see. This is going to be super close. Like, I think Jefe's still ahead, but it's going to be close. Oh, he missed it. He missed the Zeb skip. That's going to be a big deal. Oh, Jefe took damage! No more hits anymore. Oh my. Unequipped screw. No more damage for Jefe here. Alright. Is Mother Brain going to shoot once more? No, it doesn't look like it. So Jefe's through. How much mapping will he do? Alright. Words is on Mother Brain 2 now. Close one here. Words only has to blast Mother Brain in the face with supers here. Let's see how quickly Jefe can complete the escape. Sorry about the timer. 45 seconds. Good job, everyone. You get a cookie. Good guesses, everyone. Congratulations. You got a cookie for the great race we have here. If Words can do this maybe mapless, he'll be like within 10 seconds of Jefe here. I know. So much could have gone his way, couldn't have it? It just... the cards didn't fall in for him. We're into ship here. Go, Words, go! 30 seconds separate them. Jeez, there's Words getting the news. Yeah, if he got power bombs for that Turian map, I think he has a significant lead here. He's taking an opposite route to the ship. See if he can do this. Taking an opposite route. Let's see, does this route work? Or is this like just a dead end or something? I think it'll work. Get those crumbles. Go, crumble! Hello, hello?
Hello.
GG, Jefe. Great race there.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh. I'm shaking a little bit.
Yeah, you had some issues with that that Mother Brain Zeb skip there we saw.
Yeah, my hands are getting shaky. I'm like, he's right behind me. There's no way he's gonna snipe me any second now.
He was on the escape when you just finished that Mother Brain, so you miswrote it at all.
I peeped the stream after I finished, and I'm like, oh, that was close. Okay.
Yeah. He missed the escape there, went the opposite way for that escape, so messed it up once. Yeah, game one was really close. He was blinding the ship at the same time you were on escape, so was very close there. Second game, one. It was way up north. It was like a 3-minute escape, that one.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, the first game, you, what was it? I don't remember too well, but you did a full word tour, and he did Norfair first. Got blocked off by a lot of hell runs, unfortunately. Hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah, so I went up top first to Criteria, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that was good about that is I got a bunch of items. I'm not sure if that helped me catch up.
E-tanks did a lot, so.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm losing this for sure. There's no way I can catch up when everything is in Norfair.
Yeah. He went down to Norfair, had 2 and 1 at that time, and the ways to map were pillars or key hunters. So he ended up trying to do the key hunter one, the 3 musketeers, and unfortunately had too much trouble and blinding. Hello, Words.
Hello.
Good games.
GG's.
Good game, Words.
Yeah.
Excellent series.
I was so nervous at the end there.
Man, I thought I had that last one, dude. I feel like I
thought
really
you did
well.
too.
Yeah, there's a couple things we'll go over, but we were talking about game 1 and just how that one played out, where Jefe went straight up and you went straight down, so you had completely opposite routes where Jefe got like 6 tanks before Norfair, and you were at 2 and 1, which that ended up being the difference maker mostly.
I feel like my route could have been almost perfect if I had taken the other Norfair entrance.
Yeah.
Because like I went through all of that, and I'm like, okay, this feels really bad, but I see a major up there. If that major's Varia,
Yeah.
then I might be okay, because if you have to go through all of that, then to get Varia, then I mean Hefe's gonna have to suffer through the same stuff. And then I looked at the map a little closer, and it was just grapple across X-Ray Hall from the other Norfair entrance. I'm like, dang it.
hmm
You just take that entrance and you got Varia for free, and then all of my
Yeah.
suffering was for nothing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, never sparked pillars, which is what Jefe did for the map, which would have saved you a lot of times there.
I didn't even consider sparking. I was more worried
Yeah.
about my health and like all the things I had to do because GT and Acid shows over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, boss, 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 and you were like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the room before pillars?
Mini
We
crate?
had. Yeah, we
Was
had
it?
mini crate there.
Okay, I
There
just
was-
didn't.
well,
It didn't even cross my mind to spark it. That's all.
It was 2 rooms. There was the key enter stairs and then
Yeah.
pillars. So you had to go
Yeah.
spark in the pirates and then go across.
Which I think because it was 2 rooms away, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Because like again, my health was. I think the first time I got there, my health was already really low. I might have even had.
Yeah.
No, I had enough power bombs, so it's just like if I was at full health right now, I might try this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
2 and
think
1 were
after
good.
that, I just kind of wrote it off, didn't think about it again. So the
Yeah.
spark just never entered my mind.
You would have had to go across Flower House too, but I know you can do that with less than a tank, so
Yeah, but
probably
again,
wouldn't
like,
have been a big deal.
yeah. The other thing is like it had been so long since I saved. So, like,
Yeah.
if I'm blinding through pillars, and there's more
Yeah.
heat on the other side, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to die and then reset
Mhm.
all of that progress. So
Yeah.
even if I had thought about the spark, I don't know if I would have done it.
Luckily, there was a farm between. You would have had a farm of the pit room, so you could
Okay,
have peeked the room and come back and farmed up a little
Yeah.
bit before doing it.
that would have made it doable.
Yeah.
I was also hoping, because like I saw the other Bryn connector up top,
hmm
and I was like, that probably would give me a better route to the map.
hmm
So I'm like, okay, let me take this other down path. I see Croc Speedway. I'm just gonna go down there. It looks like it connects to the other side of Morph Room, which it definitely didn't. But also it had Croc, which was required. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe this is a good thing. And then it's just, I spent so much time in Norfair that like
Yeah.
that routing there just screwed me over
Yeah.
so bad.
And of course, Jefe comes in with plasma, kills everything in like 10 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, this
And
just like as
and
soon
the
as he
only save being at Croc Speedway was the worst.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
dude.
It was a rough save for sure.
Yeah.
But you still made it close. You hit up every zone in the correct order pretty much. So
Yeah.
it ended up making up quite a bit of time in that respect. And you managed to almost get the escape first try. You missed by 1 room.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
saw
like-
that.
You're like, no.
The space at top interior. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think if I hadn't already seen that Jefe had finished, I probably would have gone for that because in my head I'm like, that looks like more likely than Speed Hall, but let's just see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I saw the map layout afterward. I'm like, yeah, there's a space right there for shit
Yeah.
to fit.
I was really hoping you were having to blind the escape because I was like,
Yeah.
I wasted already so
Why
much
that
time
makes
coming
sense.
up here.
hmm
But yeah. So that was first game. And by the way, you both got different supers, which was a huge, like, good for Jefe because Words got them sooner, got them in Green Pirate, and Jefe went up and got them in, I think, Party Room. I don't know which ones were logical, but you both got different ones. And then, yeah, it was interesting to see for that game. And then game 2 was much different. You guys started pretty similar. It was, I think, Jefe blinded Morph a little sooner than Words did.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
did some weird saving shenanigans. Wait, no. That was
Mhm.
game 3. I don't remember where
Yeah.
Morph was in game 2.
Game 2 was Norfair Reserve.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you got an E-Tank in there, and then eventually you guys started making progress. You finally found, you both found, I think, Phaser in the crab hole. Wait, was that game number 2 or game number 3? I don't remember. No, I think that was game 3.
Yeah, game 3 because Spazer was logical
Yeah,
at
okay.
that point.
Yeah, that was game 3. Okay, I'm thinking about the wrong game, but yeah, it's hard. But game
I
2
did unlock the
was.
spoiler log for game 2 if
Oh
anyone
yeah,
wants to look at it.
Okay.
oh yeah, that's true. But I know that Jefe, you went up to what was it, Criteria, and you didn't do the double spring ball jump up to top right of Fantoon, which was the big difference. So you ended up blinding a lot of Criteria where words was.
Yeah, I'm
instantly to that map.
not very
Mhm.
comfortable with double spring ball jumps, unfortunately. And I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Can you do double spring ball jump up to that top right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough. You have to
Oh,
like
okay.
stand on the right side on the wall, and then spring ball jump left to not bonk the ceiling, and then get up and around, and then you can do another
Yeah.
double
Okay.
there to the top. So it's 2 double spring ball jumps, and one of them is pretty tricky.
Is that what
Yeah.
you did?
Specific
Well-
setup. Yeah, that's what I did.
Funny thing is with ice, you actually don't have to do any double spring balls because you can actually do the crab climb up and then do a single spring ball jump and then do a
I'm
single
not doing
spring
a
ball.
crab climb.
No, that crab climb is way. What are you talking about?
No,
That crab
no.
Climb is
Just
insane.
not that far. You don't have to go that far with the crab.
Oh wait.
You just go up halfway.
Oh,
and
I
then
see what you're saying.
Okay.
You just go halfway and then you
Yeah,
spring
yeah.
ball
Yeah.
around,
If I'm
and then
going
you
with crabs, I'm probably just
Yeah.
luring a crab to the top of the little summit there,
yeah
because you can almost make it with a double spring ball jump from
Yeah.
the summit on the right, but
yeah
I think standing on a crab would give you enough. But
yeah
I think what I did is just faster.
yeah. It
in-
probably is
in
faster
those
your way,
scenarios.
but you can
Okay,
also
so
do
you-
a flat lay off the ledge beneath too, which is like ledge between right beneath the door, which allows you not to do a double spring ball at the door area, which is nice.
Okay, so you skipped grab as well.
He got it eventually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
grab
I thought
in
that's
all
what.
3 games. Well,
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
You got grab in
Did
the
you?
game.
Yeah,
You did.
but it was really late.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
after.
I
Yeah.
deliberately skipped that item, and then if
Uh-huh.
I grabbed that
Mhm.
earlier, I would have had 0 problems with the criteria.
Yeah.
I
And-
saw that major over there. I'm just like, you know what? I have enough. I don't know
Mhm.
what that major is. I have enough to do almost everything. So I'm just gonna
Mhm.
skip it and look for bosses. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I saw Everest did the double spring ball jump, which is not that fast, but like
Yeah.
I did it quickly enough. And then I got Crane's like, okay, I'm feeling good. Then on the
Mhm.
way back down, I'm like, okay, now I'm right next to this major, so I can just go grab it. And it was grabbing him, just like,
Yeah.
dang it.
The other thing
Fully
you guys
confused.
skipped.
Hefe didn't grab that.
The funny thing is, you both skipped the X-ray hall major, and that was so that would help you too, which is unfortunate.
Where's that
It's in Norfair, I think, or Brinstar. It's down near
Yeah.
Ridley, which
Oh,
would have
that's
helped you
Grapple.
tons too. Yeah,
Did we?
It's
even
far
have anything
away,
to go
so.
across there.
Yeah, you had
I
high
think the
jump and
only-
spring.
Oh yeah, high jump. I don't think we had
Yeah.
much
High jump
health
spring.
though.
Yeah, we didn't have health when I got
Yeah.
there first. At least I had 0 tanks.
Yeah, I think you could have got 2 tanks at that point, but I think Jefe did have a tank and you didn't. I don't know
Okay.
what you
So where
skipped,
the
but
heck
you did
are
have a suit
logical
too.
missiles?
I
Oh, that was logical missiles. That's crazy.
don't know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did the sand pit because I'm like, there's an X there, there's a
Mhm.
missile. I can do
Yeah.
red key hunter shaft. I know how to do the movement to not get hit, so I just
Yeah.
did that. But I'm like, this is not logical because I needed missiles to even get out the door.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, so I was very confused. But yeah, late missiles being step 6 makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. And yeah, it was fun to watch both the games. I thought Jefe might have done. You saw Croc Speedway at the top of what was it called, Everest, and I thought you might spark to the right for Fantoon. I was hoping you'd try that,
Oh, that
which would have been an interesting play, but you didn't try it, which would have resulted in a long loop, but it was worth one
How
try
would
at least.
you? How would you even do that? There's nowhere to charge a spark. Unless
Well,
go
you
all the
charge
way
it in
around.
Croc Speedway, jump down the top.
Oh
door.
wow, I actually
Arc
would have
across.
done that. I just was not thinking.
Yeah, it was hard to think
Oh.
about.
You'd have to break the blocks first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to
Or
break
like
the
go all the
blocks,
way
go
around.
back and forwards, right?
I think
yeah.
there's a
You
there's a
double
runway
back.
before it though.
No, that's pre-map flyway, which is the one with the stubs in the middle.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
The-
really see where you would charge a spark.
Mm.
Unless
No,
you
the
go
Ever-
all the way around, which is terrible.
Yeah,
which I
that's
did
how
the
he
first
did.
time, I believe.
He did in Criteria. He went all the way around or Everest. He went all the way around Everest.
I was committing to blinding pretty hard.
In Criteria. Yeah, he went
that
all
being
the way around
Fantoon map,
Criteria.
there's no shot I go all the way around there
Yeah.
to check that. I'm
But,
just like, I
yeah.
am either double spring ball jumping this or I am leaving.
Mhm. It
should've
actually
left.
did help. It did help Jefe a little bit because he got so many supers from the trip that he had a lot of supers at the time, right? But he also went into wreck ship, I think, so that helped him too. And
I
you
almost finished
only,
that game with 5 supers.
yeah, you were at 10 at the end, I think. So
Yep, and I'm just like, I think I had 5 when I got the Torian
Yeah.
map, and I'm just like, okay, my
Mhm.
save is back in Norfair. I may as well
Yeah.
just revert instead of walking back because I can save and refill at the ship. So I grabbed the
Mhm.
super pack, then grabbed the E-tank, and then grabbed the Sandpit Major, which happened to be plasma. It's like, oh,
yeah.
free endgame.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like, oh, there's plasma. If I went to Turian way before this, I would have been done way before, but that's
Maybe.
okay.
I don't know. I don't feel like I burned
I don't-
that much time on everything
You-
else.
The thing
I
is,
think
going to
naturally is the
Turian,
best. Yeah.
you instantly ran into Mother Brain, so you probably reset it. Because you're like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be in Turian.
Mhm.
So you don't get those majors either way.
And
Which
the
is
map was
fun.
also behind lava dives, so yeah, I'm not gonna burn that much time when
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
if that's one of 2 paths forward, yeah, I go for that. But when I have in mind like 5 other majors that I haven't grabbed yet, I'm just like those are gonna be faster. And
Yeah.
I have other zones that I can grab maps on quicker. It's just it wouldn't have been worth it.
I probably would have stepped into Turian before going up Norfair. That's my plan, but that would have just been me, and then I would have been hitting Lava Dive and being like, fuck. I would have been like, oh well, I'm done.
Oh well. Yep. Yeah, which we had Varia high jump, so there's a non-zero chance I just go for that lava dive if I get there
Yeah.
early.
Mhm.
Depending on how much health I would have.
Yeah, it would have been pretty low, I think, at that point, sadly.
1 tank is technically enough, so I probably would have tried it at least once, but
Try once and
it's
leave.
sketchy.
But yeah. But then game 3 was extremely close. Fun game
Yeah.
to cast. You guys, again, had much different routes, and it was interesting to see you guys grabbing the... I guess this one was this one Norfair Reserve? Maybe I'm getting everything confused here. I'm not really sure. But I know it was Logical Spazer. I know it was Logical Spazer.
Morph was in Norfair Reserve. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was
so
one
that
where I was doing some weird shenanigans with the saves.
Yeah.
Because, like, we started in Batuan Hallway, and I'm just like, okay, well, we can't do this yet. Not remembering that we have ice to start.
Yeah, you have everything.
So
It's like...
Yeah, so I kept going, went top left. I even did an underwater wall jumps, like, oh, I have spring ball, I can get up. Forgetting I had grapple to also get over that way.
Yeah.
Then I got to the save in Caterpillar, and just like, okay, I have the save. I can pop back here anytime if I need to check these other doors. Let me go do that Batuini tank. I just revert back to start because I don't have any items. So let's just go back there, see if there's anything good. And then I reverted back because it was just lava dive over there.
Yeah. Yep. You guys both ended up blinding into that lava dive and then either dying or reverting.
Yeah.
I too forgot I had ice when I started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys both went left. You guys both went left. You're like, nope. And left was the right way, so it was fine eventually.
And especially like, I don't know, that's one of those things where I feel like I do this a lot where it's just like very non-linear thinking, which for me helps with like using saves and reverts effectively.
Yeah.
It's just like I went left first without thinking, and then afterward I realized I could have gone back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, going back now would be too slow. And then I saw the save, and it's like, oh, that's a no time lost revert.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because I don't have to walk either path if I don't find anything.
Yeah. But it was a lot of blinding at the start. You guys both had a little bit of issues finding the morph, and then finding the morph, the crab hole, Spazer, and then eventually when you got Spazer, you both headed up to Wreck Chip Shaft pretty much immediately, and then got speed with the map. So that was good. And then
it was a little confusing. Yeah, it was.
See,
yeah.
Oh, GT was logical first missiles. Ain't no way I'm doing that.
What? Yeah, you both got supers at Akuni tanks. I thought
No,
I thought X-Ray would be in logic somewhere, but you guys really never found X-ray at all. So
Yep.
it was yeah.
That's
You never-
crazy.
Yeah.
So, okay. So missiles and space jump are accessible in the same step. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
space jump as being accessible after I grabbed the supers. I'm like, okay, this was the logical first step because we get bombs and you can go over the wall monster, whatever
Yeah.
his name is. So that would have been the logical step after instead of getting supers.
Yeah.
But then where do you even use space jump at that point? Or are we just in filler mode at that point? We might be.
I think you're almost filler mode. Still gravity. Almost, I think. That's about the only thing that gives you progression at that point, other than charge, plasma. So,
yeah,
there's not many
I felt pretty
steps.
good about my route on that one because I feel like I didn't waste any time in Norfair. I ended up skipping power bombs for a bit, but
the power bombs really hurt you. No, they hurt you quite a bit because you went back to Turian. The Turian thing hurt you a lot because you were like, maps in West Ocean.
True.
I'm gonna go back to West Ocean.
Very true. I think if Fantoon had been in Torian, I don't think that loses me time because I have to go back for the Norfair bosses anyway. So just do that and then come back to Torian and then go to Criteria. But because Fantoon was not there, it just ended up being a big time sink.
Yeah, because Jefe went down to Brinstar, got Plasma and Wave, and then he was good to go because the Fantoon was also there. So all the great mages were down there.
Yeah.
Except for Gravity, which you got in Turian, which was good for you. Jefe did skip Gravity in the West Ocean there. Sadly, he went right past it.
Yeah,
well, I was just
the only reason. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was just scouting, and I was like, I have to find Mother Brain. I don't need anything else right now, so I had some safety saves to revert to, and I'm like, oh, okay. Just checking each zone off the list. I think I went to to all of them. And I finally found Meridia.
Yeah, you went Brinstar, then Wreck Chip, then Turian, and I think you forgot to look at your criteria map for Meridia, so you ended up reverting back to your criteria save.
I did actually see Meridia.
Okay.
I'm just like, I was like, well, Torian's close here, so I might as well just do a quick check, see if the map's close.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd loop back to Wreck Ship, so I was like, there's other connectors, and then Meridia's all the way at the bottom of the map, so.
Yeah, because I really wasn't feeling bad about the Wreck Ship and Torian play because I got 20 supers and gravity out of it. I'm like, okay, this means I'm in really good shape to do everything.
Yeah.
The only thing I need is power bombs, and assuming that was Fantoon, that would have been fine. But yeah, if I had one power bomb, if Wreck Ship had one power bomb back, it did, but I didn't.
You didn't have power bombs to get it. Oh, there was one in the Speedway? Speedway has one?
Speed Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'd been a bit more thorough in Wreck Ship.
Okay.
At that point, again, it was one of those things where if my options are limited, I probably check every X in Wreck Ship. But I'm of the mindset that just like, I can do almost everything in the game. I know there's a lot of X's available. I'm pretty sure Norfair had logical power bombs. So I'm just going to keep going, hope I find something along the way, and get information as fast as possible. And then I got gravity for it, so I was feeling good. It just, having to go back and not find Fantoon was the worst.
Yeah. The one skip you did there in Wreck Ship was the downfall of your run, sadly.
Yeah, but like, when you look at the map, though...
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to get power bombs here.
Compared to everything else.
Yeah, it's only a couple rooms out of the way from Croc Farm, so would have been
I guess I didn't have the map, but I was in zoomy mode.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go. I want to go.
Yeah, I think for me it was the Torian connector. It's like, there's no bosses here. I don't want to burn too much time here. Just go Torian. Grab that supers I can get. I think I didn't have charge yet, but I wasn't really worried about it.
Yeah, no, it was in Wreck Chip Shaft too, and you couldn't get it yet, so you didn't have bombs at that point. I was like kind of hoping one of you would go speedball into that room, but you didn't, so it was fine.
In which room?
The Wreck Chip Shaft. Speedball.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was seriously thinking about it. But I'm like, I don't see a good setup. I could do temporary blue suit maybe, but that would be too much of a time sink for something that might not even be that helpful. when we were likely to get bombs pretty quick anyways, which we did.
Yeah, not too long after for sure. So it was fine, but it would have been interesting to see.
Yep.
It wouldn't have helped much either way because it would just got charge, and that's like a moot point at that point where you only have charge and Spazer, I guess, and ice, but it's not the greatest beam. But very good race. This is both of you. Anything else you'd like to say before we head off?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wish I could have won a set this tournament. But at least I took a game, made these games close, so I had a lot of fun. Yeah, like I feel like at the same time I earned my spot in bronze, but also I didn't, because I didn't actually get to win a set because Jefe couldn't schedule his first round, which I feel like I still could have / would have made it into bronze without that, but I don't know, it's bittersweet. But the games were fun. I'm really glad we made it close.
Too close.
Well.
It took some years off my life there. That game was so nerve-wracking to me. But yeah, good game. That was a lot of fun.
You, Jefe, how do you feel? You're heading into D-Rock your Gorgons. You gonna knock both of those out? Maybe the tournament organizer too?
I don't think I have a good chance against D-Rock if he wins. Maybe Gorgons. I mean, he's been beating me lately, so I don't know. But D-Rock is probably a 2-0 sweep in his favor. So we'll see. I'm just gonna try to have fun, and not get too stressed about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. All right, we'll let you guys go.